Yo, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to the Amateur Hour Sports YouTube live streams. Going live today for the Raptors game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. But to kick us off, as always, Jay Conda coming through with the Super Chat. Thank you so much, Jay Conda, for supporting this stream, as he does every time I go live. He gets the vibe started with a clean Super Chat, just to, get us pumped up and ready to go and hopefully watch a Toronto Raptors win. So thank you so much, Jay Conda, once again. Extremely grateful for you. Extremely grateful for your constant support of my brand and what I do. Appreciate it. Supporting the community as well. Okay, I'm back. I missed the Tuesday game. If you guys don't know, on Tuesdays I play basketball. Now I joined a basketball league. And, I have games on Tuesdays for the next 6 weeks after this week. So 6 more weeks of Tuesdays that won't be available. I think there's like 2 more Raptors games on Tuesdays. My schedule is just getting a little bit more clogged up here as I'm trying to stay in shape and play more sports, and they're fun. But this weekend also tough. Unfortunately, Saturday night I will be unavailable because I will be downtown watching the UFC. Really good card, Usman versus Edwards, headlining that one. And Sunday, I play soccer. So Sunday, I'm also not available. Unfortunate that there's back-to-back weekend games, but that's just the way it is. Weekends are usually no good for me. But I'm here today. Let's have a good time today. Let's watch the Raptors in their game today and hopefully just take care of business against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder, they've won a few games in a row here. They've won 3 games in a row. They are fighting for one of those final playing positions in the Western Conference. It's a tight race. I mean, realistically, they could go into the top 6. They have one of the hardest schedules, so I doubt it. But, hey, this is a team that can win games and absolutely annihilated us earlier on in the season. So, hopefully, hopefully we can take care of business today. Raptors are favored by 6. Once again, that would suggest that you should go and win the game. But there are no guarantees in sports. If you've been watching March Madness today at all, NCAA tournament, you would know that. 15-seed Princeton beat 2-seed Arizona earlier today. Recently, more earlier on than that, 13-seed Furman beat 4-seed Virginia. So anything can happen here. Let's just hope the Raptors come through the good performance. If they do, they should be able to win this game. Hopefully, the bench doesn't let us down as it has in some recent games. That was a very good game by the starters against the Nuggets. Once again, the bench providing us a little bit of issues here and there. But let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for joining me, not forgetting about me despite my hiatus. Haven't been streaming since Friday. Haven't done a stream. It's been almost a week. Unheard of for myself, but dive to drive, what's going on? Lumpy Rex, thank you for joining. Russell Westbrick, what's going on? Thank you for joining. Marco is here. Abdul Nasir Ismail's here, predicting a clean 40-point win for the Raptors. Let's only hope there. Brian Mugg, Amateur Hour Army Vet, is here, along with another vet, Jay Conda. Thank you again, Jay Conda, for that super chat. Jamaican84, another Amateur Hour Army Vet, is here. Thank you for joining. And Gerard R, what is up? UFC starts Saturday early. Yeah. Sorry, I may have said Saturday night. I know they're earlier on. But yes, thank you for correcting me. I'm gonna be watching those. So I'm gonna be downtown. Sorry. To make it clear, I'm gonna be downtown watching that. I don't live downtown Toronto, so I cannot just come home and stream if anybody was wondering there. But hopefully. All goes well on the weekend. What's going on to Riccardo Alberghetti? Riccardo Alberghetti. That is a very Italian name, my friend. Thank you for joining from Italy. Love hearing about the sport abroad. Thank you for joining. Wow, I don't think I've ever heard of an Italian viewer before, but I'm glad you're supporting the Raptors abroad and supporting Amateur Hour Sports as well. Maura Walker, what is going on? Welcome to the stream, Maura. Delano always getting injured. 905. In 905, they got some military training. Well, he's been up with the Raptors lately, so it's a little bit different, I suppose. He may have gotten injured in his time with the Raptors. Anyways. Marco is another Italian watching in Canada. And, hey, I'm Italian as well. I'm obviously in Canada, but, yeah, a lot of Italians here. What's going on, Joe Dog? Thank you for joining. Let's kill him. The Thunder are an interesting team. They're a fun team. They play with very limited expectations. They just go out there and play. Shai Gilgeous Alexander has been at an all-NBA level all season. I wonder if he'll get in. Record may be a problem in doing so. Jalen Williams is probably now going to be a finalist for Rookie of the Year. He's not going to win. That's going to be Paolo Banchero. But Jalen Williams certainly making himself a case to come second ahead of Walker Kessler. He's been great on both ends of the floor. What a run he is having. He's really, really risen up in these last few weeks. And as I was saying earlier, the Thunder, they're in the playoff mix. We're going on to my moderators, Roman and Adam. Thank you for joining me, boys. I think the Shai Gilgeous Alexander to the Raptors' dream is dead. It really looks like the Thunder have taken a step this season. And, my only thing was like, hey, maybe he'll get unsettled by all the losing. It really feels like Shai believes in that group, and that group is on the up. Chet's going to come back next season. Jalen Williams is very good, as I said. They have a solid pick coming this season. The young team, that's a team on the up. So I think the Shai to the Raptors dream is pretty dead at this point. Yeah, Raptors, every win is important here. They've lost a lot of games. I think it's 13 games left for the Raptors. Yes, 13 games left to set it right. It does appear as though it will be a 9 or 10 seed for the Raptors unless they go on a run here. Tough schedule. Like we keep saying, if they go on a run this, they go on a run that, and they just never go on a run. So I'm not anticipating anything crazy. They're only one game back of the Hawks. Okay, they could do it. Won't catch the Heat, but you know what? They could catch the Hawks, which would make the play-in game April 11th. April 11th, Blue Jays home opener, which I have tickets for. So, we'll see what happens if they have to play in that play-in game. That we'll see. We'll cross the bridge when we get there. Final game of the season is April 9th. However, I would like to see some playoff basketball as well. But if I don't, then obviously comes with the reward of a better draft pick. So things, wouldn't necessarily call it. It's not quite a 50-50 win-win, but it's like 65. Hey, let's make the playoffs. 35. Well, if we don't, hey, better draft pick. There's some guys who I've seen. I'm big fans of coming into the draft, like Anthony Black is a player I've mentioned to you guys in a video, and he was playing for Arkansas earlier today, and he looked pretty good. Arkansas weren't at their best, but Anthony Black looks solid. A guy I'm looking forward to watching is Cason Wallace. I believe he's playing tomorrow. University of Kentucky play tomorrow. We'll see how that one goes down as well. What is this? Something on Twitch, sorry. I feel like if we don't make the playoffs, we could still lose it to the Spurs. What are you talking about? Lose what to the Spurs? If we talk about the pick, the pick is for next year. So we have our pick this year no matter what. It's next year's pick that we don't have. But, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see some playoff ball. When Chet plays, he's going to get injured more. No, you don't know that. You don't know that. It's like people saying that was Victor. Like, you don't know that. You have no idea. You say, it's like you're not going to take Victor Wembanyama this year. No, but there's not one team that would pass on Victor, by the way. So get that through your head. Isn't the Utah situation crazy? They probably have probably a lot. How's my March Madness bracket looking? Not good. A lot of L's today. None of my Elite 8 got eliminated. However, a lot of L's, like the close ones, like Utah State, they were actually favored despite being the 10 seed. They lost. I had Arkansas, which is good. I had Charleston over San Diego State. L. Virginia over Furman, L. I obviously had Kansas, dub. Alabama, dub. I obviously had Arizona, which is an L. Of the 8 games that have taken place thus far, I have won 3. So that's not good. At least, though, Arizona was not in my Elite 8. Neither was Virginia. So as far as the deep run, so far, it's decent. But we'll see. I don't really care about Princeton winning that game because, like I said, I don't have Arizona going far as other people do. And I had money on Princeton to win that game. I won. I got a pretty nice cash on that Princeton bet. Isn't this draft class good? Yes. Especially, there's some good players expected to go in the range where the Raptors are going to be drafting, which is exciting. There's some good point guards. I've talked about on this channel Anthony Black. I've talked about Cason Wallace. Nick Smith Jr. is going to go higher than us, but we fall really far. We get a good luck in the lottery. Nick Smith is a decent player, or is a decent look if we can slip there. He's a good point guard. Rayan Rupert is another player I've had a keen eye on. There's some solid players here. I think his name is, I think it's Jet Howard, another solid option. There's good players. There's good players available for the Raptors to take. There's good players there. But we'll see. We'll see how my thing goes. I hate that here in Italy game starts to tell you, yeah, people in Italy, there's some in England, like it's Belgium. There's a Belgian viewer, at least one. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how, because even like those 10:30 games local here are crazy for me. Like that Lakers one on Friday. I don't know how you guys do it. Am I going for talent or positional needs? No. I'm sorry. Yes, talent's always the thing you want. Having too much talent is not a problem. You can always move players, trade players. I'd say if it's like, you're slightly leaning talent-wise to a player, like slightly, then I go with fit over talent. But if you're sold on a guy's ability, good players make it work. Good players figure it out. Bad example is the Raptors this season who have not figured it out, clearly. But typically, like a Scotty Barnes, not a good fit in terms of, positioning, but making it work. And we're obviously very happy at this point we took Scotty Barnes over Jalen Suggs. Of course. Just European Raptors fans, at this point, I'm a content creator for the Raptors, so I'd be up watching these games, but there's no way I could. There's absolutely no way that I could do that consistently. I just could not live in Europe and be a hardcore Raptors fan. This is crazy. This is crazy. For the Raptors, I'm just saying, I was looking at point guards around middle of the first round. There's some good ones available. So I see it being likely that there's a really good guard talent, if not a point guard, a shooting guard that we can get in the middle of the first round. And even if you can't get a guard, a small forward who can play as a 2 is also a good option. I wouldn't want to draft as much as you prioritize talent, I wouldn't want to draft a traditional forward. You gotta be able to develop these guys, right? So I understand talent over fit, but man, there's going to be good talent in different positions. I don't think you can really go for a power forward / small forward in this draft. There just isn't room to give them the minutes. That wouldn't make a ton of sense to me. I understand talent over fit, but there has to be a little bit of leeway to focus on fit in those situations, especially middle of the first. When you're top 5, draft the best guy, draft the best player, right? Your discrepancy in talent at the top is typically a bigger gap. As you go further, it's it condenses. The expected wins over replacement condenses quite a bit at the further you go. So the further it is, the lower the projected wins above replacement is. But near the top, you can really make key differences to the players that separate talent maybe by a wide margin. And like I said, the further you go, the harder that is to make that distinction. So you need to look at fit. And the Raptors who seriously struggle with guard depth, my God, a good opportunity to get a point guard here would be amazing. I would definitely want to look at there. But yes, talent is always the thing you look at first. West Ham might win a trophy. Yeah, United looking solid in the Europa League. They're definitely the best team remaining now. Arsenal got eliminated today. Good teams there. Roma's a good team. Trophy pedigree with Mourinho. Leverkusen are a good team. There's another good team remaining, Sevilla. So we'll see how the draw goes. But United took care of business once again, which is good. You're like, I mean, if you're like 10 to 14 or better, there's probably a guard you could make your starting point guard. If not, you'll struggle. I think we're certainly seeing in recent games why Fred is going to stay. He's just flat out a winner. He's flat out a winning basketball player. That game against Denver was probably his best of the season. I'm not just counting that game. I'm looking at a lot of games in the recent stretch. Here's a guy that even when he's shooting poorly, he's a winner and he's making a difference. He's enacting positive basketball on the court. Whereas, if you're taking Trent over VanVleet, I mean, I'd like to keep both, but if it's a decision between the two, holy shit, Gary Trent lately, his problem is if he's not scoring, he's not doing anything. He can't play defense. I think the conversations about Trent being any positive defender have to be gone at this point. He's flat out a bad defender. He's fine when he's with other good defenders. Now this is what is like, you have to make him a starter. That's fine because when he can have that cover, because he's a very aggressive, high risk, high reward defender. So when he's making those sort of plays, well, there's just great defenders all around him who can recover for that. But when he is tasked with actually being a good defender and actually like guarding up his check, oh my God, we've seen some horrific plus minuses from him recently, largely to his inability to play defense. That's just part of it. Would love for Milan or Inter to face each other next round. Yeah, that'd be some fireworks. Oh, I forgot, Juve are still left in the Europa League. They are they're not going to be an easy team. I mean, United are the best team left. There's no question about that. It's just you got to take care of business. There's not going to be any pushovers. Actually, maybe you get that Belgian team in the quarterfinal. They can be a bit of a pushover, but again, United can be favored in any draw, so they got to just take care of business. See, I can break a game, and I hope so. Since the acquisition of Pirtle, it's been, Fred VanVleet has taken a massive step up. He looks excellent in pick and roll situations with Pirtle. Pirtle looks good in them. VanVleet looks great in them. OG has looked good the last few games. Really, just calm, taking the shots when they come to him, taking his threes. I like it. I love the way OG's playing lately. Barnes has been a lot more aggressive. He has seriously toned down the mid-range shooting, which is great. He's been aggressive all 4 quarters, which is good. But Siakam lately, I don't know. He does look fatigued. I don't use that as an excuse. He definitely looks that way. But, he's missing some easy shots. His defense has been problematic in a lot of spots. The Raptors are successful with him on the floor. They continue to be successful with him on the floor, but he has to step up. The Raptors have 13 very important games left. He's got to step up. Oh, Ricardo Roman is a AC Milan fan, so he knows about Atalanta. Don't worry, Ricardo. Me and my moderators were in Milan 13 months ago. We know about the area. We know about the area. Ricardo, we were at the San Siro 13 months ago. As I said, we don't need to be told about the hatred for these teams. Not having easy shots. He can't get to them while he's playing back to back at less face up. Yeah, it's kind of given me that Celtics series vibes where he's just always trying to back down players. Obviously, not a good thing to be comparing to, but guys go through tough stretches. Siakam's not exempt. It is frustrating, I guess, how bad it's looked lately, but full confidence for me that he's going to come out of this and step up again because he's just done it so often. If you guys enjoyed the streaming content so far, please make sure you hit that like button. I've been dropping a lot of shorts recently. Hope you guys have enjoyed those. On YouTube, they're doing okay. On TikTok, some of them have done really, really well. On Instagram Reels as well, they've been doing quite well. So doing some traction there. Hopefully that transitions to YouTube as well. What do you guys think about Will Barton as backup point guard? I think that is a bit of a desperate situation. 50 on today's game. I got nothing on this game. I got a bunch of March Madness bets coming soon. How much money left to play? Princeton was a cheeky win. Just under $500 left in play here on hockey and basketball. And no, these two live ones not looking good right now. We'll see how they go. A lot of game left. Want to let you guys know, by the way, if you watched my previous video, you would have seen it. But this channel has a brand new sponsor. Brand new sponsor has come through, and it is the Queensway Automotive Group. Just give me, 1 minute here to tell you a little bit about them. It's a group of young entrepreneurs, all car guys. They live right here in Toronto. They love Toronto sports. They're big supporters of the Toronto Raptors and big supporters of amateur hour sports. They approached me because they like the channel, they like what I do, and they see this as a good way to enter or get more integrated into the Toronto market and find a great community to be a part of. So I was happy to get involved with them. I get sponsor opportunities at, I wouldn't say often, but a little, with sporadic frequency, I get sponsorship opportunities. I turn down a lot. I would never take a sponsorship from a company that I would not personally use or personally go through, but these are awesome guys here who work at the Queensway Automotive Group. Any car need that you have, automotive need, whether you need a new car, whether you need a used car, or maybe you just need a car guy, somebody who knows things about cars. Do you need something fixed on your current car? Do you need to get out of your current lease? Well, they're willing to help you with that as well. I have the link pinned in the top of chat. I also have the link in the description. Anything you need. Even just a question about cars. Like I said, getting out of a lease. You need somewhere to go fix your car. You just need any information. They'll help you out. You don't need to pay anything to do that. It'll give them a nice lead perhaps to work with in the future if you go through them and get involved with them. But hey, when you need a car, whether it's used, whether it is a brand new car, they have tons of dealerships here. They're working with some good brands. They have brands like Mazda, brands like Mitsubishi, and they're looking to add in more in the future as well. They pride themselves being progressive operators, entrepreneurs, vast connections in the GTA's automotive marketplace. But at the core, it's a bunch of buddies with ambitions to grow the automotive group and their brand. And like I said, fans of the Raptors, fans of amateur hour sports. They want to connect with this community because they believe in forming straightforward and fair business partnerships with like-minded people and sponsoring emerging talents in the Toronto content creation space, just like myself. That's their words, not mine. So if you're riding with me, amateur sports, the Queensway Automotive Group is riding with you guys as well. Hopefully you'll support this partnership. You go through my link. It supports them, but it also supports me. So if you're just dealing with any automotive need, like I said, big or small, they will help you out. You can go to my guy, Darren. He's been excellent in this process of getting this sponsorship on the way. We want to make this more of a long-term partnership here, and that is the beauty of it. It is about a partnership. I always look for partnerships rather than sponsorships. And like I said, I would never give you guys a company or promote anything that I would not personally use. It's a great group of people there who are going to help you out and are part of the community. You're supporting the amateur hour community, and you're helping yourself with whatever need you had. I'm not trying to boast myself, but I've gotten lucrative offers of shitty brands who I would not personally use, that I don't trust. I'm not just going to throw shit at you guys just for a paycheck. I don't care about that. I don't give a shit about the financial situation involved with some of these offers. I care about helping you guys and support. If I can help you guys and support myself, that is the most important thing to me. So you can check them out to support them, support me. All right, back to the NBA discussion there. You're going to see the Queensway Automotive Group popping up with some other Raptors creators as well. But thank you guys for that. I was worried we'd have a lot of belief. Where do we think the Raps end up in the East standing? I think 7th. I think 9th. Tough schedule. And it's just... We can look at remaining strength of remaining schedule here. To go on a run, and it's just... They just don't. They just never go on any runs. Jet says, hope you're doing well. Don't buy a car from Superfan. Yeah, there's actually... hang on. There's actually a car dealership near my house that I used to rent. My family used to rent cars from. And Superfan, I'm not trying to roast Superfan, but ever since he took over this dealership a couple years ago, yeah. So, you got to involve the queen of the automotive group instead. Keep yourself in the Raptors community. All right, Raptors' remaining strength of schedule is 6th most difficult. So, tough spot to be in. Hawks, 16th most difficult. So, it'd be really tough to make 7th. 8th if possible. The Hawks are only 1 game up on us. But, man, hey, like I said, they can just go on a run. But they've only gone on 1 run this season. That was in a really easy part of the schedule. Yeah, Lion Hunter brought up a good point here. If you guys don't know, Ben Taylor is on the officiating crew for tonight's game. If you don't know who Ben Taylor is, first of all, where have you been? Ben Taylor is the ref that Fred VanVleet directly referenced by name after he was given yet another tech from Ben Taylor in the Raptors' loss to the Clippers. So it could go a couple of ways here. It could go a couple of ways here. So when Fred VanVleet does that, Ben Taylor today is under a microscope. Everybody knows this was a big deal. Like Fred VanVleet, every ESPN show, podcast talked about the Fred VanVleet thing at least once, some 2, 3 times here. It was a big deal. People are going to look at this game. Now, if there's a 50... this is when I hate when people say, don't complain to the ref. Complain to the ref, because if there's a 50-50 call today with Fred VanVleet involved, I would say more likely than not, it goes in Fred VanVleet's favor, because all of a sudden, Ben Taylor doesn't want to look like he's picking on Fred. So if it's a split decision, he doesn't want to look like he's picking on Fred. That's what I think is likely going to happen. Now, what also could happen is Ben Taylor could lean in even further and say, give him a big middle finger, because you call me out by name and the NBA only fined you $30,000 and even protect me. Well, screw you. So this will be interesting. Might be a little bit awkward for Fred in this one, but we'll see how all of this goes down and how all of this unfolds. Like I said, though, I can't see this being anything but a positive. I mean, I can see it happening. I expect it to be a positive. Because like I said, if it's like a 50-50, Ben Taylor doesn't want to look like he's picking favorites here. Or he's picking, what's the opposite of favorites? His least favorites out. So we'll see. We'll see. All I'm saying is that's going to be on his mind when there's a 50-50 call. Hopefully, man, if you look at some of the technicals, like one of the techs that Fred VanVleet got, there was an opposition player that went up to the rim and got fouled by OG. And he missed a shot. And the ball just bounced to Fred VanVleet. And he just lightly, passed it off the back stanchion of the net, the big pole that holds up the net. He just lightly passed it off that. Just I don't know. It's just, if you're ever near a wall, you have a ball in your hand, you just throw it against the wall. It's just what people do. And he got a technical for that. It wasn't even with any sort of velocity. It was just a little lob against the back stanchion, and he got a tech. That was a very clear indication that there might be some complaining, or there might be a bit of an issue between Ben Taylor and Fred VanVleet. And then, of course, we saw what happened when Fred VanVleet directly called him out. That was obviously confirmation that there was problem between those guys. Whatever he does to Fred, what Scott Foster does to CP3. It's very weird, that whole situation. Because I'd like to... I'd like to think the Scott... So you know what the Scott Foster thing is. I think it's 13 games in a row. Chris Paul has lost 13 straight playoff games in which Scott Foster has been the official. Now, sometimes crazy runs like that happen. Crazy statistics like that happen. But I got to get the sense at that point that it's not coincidence. it'd be very difficult for Scott Foster to influence a game to such a degree that it's 13 in a row, but he definitely has some sort of something in there. Definitely has something in there for the reason it gets to that point. That's crazy. I mean, look, 13 in a row is far from like a massive sample size, but it's a pretty good one as well. Has League Office made any comments regarding Fred VanVleet's action charges? Oh, no. I mean, they fined him $30,000. I thought it was going to be more. People were online were saying it could be a suspension. It was never going to be a suspension. But, like, if Fred had just said we lost because of the refs, he would have gotten $25,000. $25,000 for complaining about the refs. He paid an extra $5,000 to go on an expletive-ridden tirade about the refs. That is crazy. I don't think you should fine the refs. But certainly, some sanctions could be laid down. You know, could you be suspended a couple games maybe as a ref? Because I understand that refs make mistakes. You miss a call. I completely understand that. But when it comes to how am I going to put this? How am I going to put this? You know what? Never mind. It's just, the whole situation is just so bizarre. Well, no, but when it comes to those specific plays, like Scott Foster handing out a tech to Scotty Barnes for talking to himself. That is a conscious decision from the official to do that, to go against protocol, NBA protocol, NBA official protocol, that is. That's a conscious decision to do that. Fred VanVleet talking to his teammates, trying to psych them up. That's a conscious decision from Ben Taylor to give Fred VanVleet a tech there. That is not a mistake. That is just, you're going against protocol with that. That's what doesn't make any goddamn sense. That's what should be punished. Missing a call late, missing a foul call, incorrect call, something like these happen. We're human. We make mistakes. But those sort of decisions, I think, are the ones that should be punished. I was about to get pissed off that I saw the name. Yes, did see that. Home 6. Thanks for letting me know. Who would you trade from Toronto Raptors to get Shai? I don't think there's any trade you can make that doesn't just tank your team, because you'd have to give up the Kings ransom of picks, three firsts plus some swaps potentially, and you'd probably have to give up. Fucking Siakam to get him at this point. It's ridiculous. Jet says barbecue or all dressed chips. All dressed, but I would typically not buy either of those flavors. Would the ref officiating be fixed by allowing more than one challenge? It wouldn't be fixed. It would make it better. I don't understand why you can't get your there's talks of adding in you get your challenge back if you're successful. I don't know why that wasn't the case to begin with. Because if there's a clear bad call in the first quarter, you don't want to waste your challenge that early. But it's a bad call and you'd win your challenge. So it's why are we in that position? They're probably going to make it though. You only get 2 max. I'd like to see it hey man, as long as you win your challenge, you don't lose it. Bro, if you don't want teams to use all these challenges, then make good calls. I don't care about this how long it will take. Man, if the refs just make good calls, then there won't be any breaks because there won't be all these challenges. Right? So give them unlimited as soon as you lose your challenge though, that then you lose, it's an unsuccessful challenge, you lose your challenge. You can't use it again. But if you just keep winning, that holds the refs accountable. That makes them look bad. Man, he's challenged 5 calls and he's been successful with all 5. You guys got to do a better job. You got to make the better calls to begin with. I expect don't worry about missed calls in the heat of the moment. I agree. personal beefs, and overly sensitive refs to be dealt with. That's what I'm saying. It's refs on a power trip, as Fred VanVleet said. It's refs like Scott Foster, who is known for this. He is known for influencing a game because he can. They have the power to dictate the outcome of a basketball game, and some refs, I would say the minority in the NBA, exert that power. That is the problem. Scott Foster in that Denver game influenced the game, influenced the ending because he could, because he had the power to. It was on a power trip. That's the fucking problem. That's the fucking problem. And those sort of performances from the officials, those are the ones that should be punished. Agreed. Punishment, I wouldn't fine a guy like, man, these are guys doing their job, but certainly suspensions. You don't ref a few games because, Ben Taylor, Scott Foster, let's say Scott Foster, what is he doing? Later that week, he's like the next day, 2 days later, he's reffing another game, right? No problem. Just keep going, man. Scott, I'm firmly against the belief that I'm so 100% firmly against the belief that sports are rigged and these refs have like money on the game, and that's why there's some calls are bad. I just think it's a power trip. I just think straight up it's a power trip. I don't think there's any money on these games from the refs. Like 100% against that, but I just think they like exerting their own power onto proceedings. That is what is frustrating about the way things have gone. Knife Aviata, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Grogan as well, 2 Army vets joining in. By the way, it needs referee ranking system like they have in soccer. Every call they make is evaluated. That's a good idea. That's a good idea because like Scott Foster should not get. There probably is something like that. Scott Foster should not get any big game because there's such a risk he is going to influence the outcome unnecessarily. Like you just can't have that. And it tarnishes the reputation of the officiating team, the NBA officiating team in general. But there's a lot of very good ones, But I would say I shouldn't know your name. If I know your name as a ref, like that's a problem. I shouldn't know you. If I don't know you, then you're probably a good ref. The mark of a well officiated game is you don't notice the refs are there, type of thing. Starting lines are here. OKC starting SGA, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, and Jalen Williams. Raptors starting VanVleet, Barnes, Anunoby, Siakam, Poeltl, but you already knew that because they always start the same guys. And hey, I had my doubts about this lineup and the lack of spacing. My doubts are gone. This lineup is absolutely cooking, man. Absolutely cooking together. Let's keep it going. I feel like there is some sort of system like that. Like they know the better refs. They know who are the better refs. And they get like the game 7s, the NBA finals and stuff. Let's not pretend let's not pretend he did have action on the game. Well, yeah, I mean, like there's, the instance, what was it? The 0-1 Lakers Kings series. Like, man, we have to cite an example from like 20 years ago, over 20 years ago. Like it's probably a pretty clear indication that, we're reaching on stuff. Like, yes, it has happened, but like I'd say 999, maybe even more. This is generous, I'd say. 999,999 games out of a million are not rigged because a ref has money on the game. And I think that's a generous gamble on that. This lineup just cooks in general, even when like Fred is not making reads. If one of them is, it's cooking.
A $30,000 fine by the NBA.
That's true. It's not as bad as that. But game is underway here. It is on Sportsnet, so naturally my feed will be a little bit more behind than usual. But we're just going to have to deal. Ben Taylor, obviously the focus here. Let's get going. In Toronto, Raptors.
By Fred VanVleet.
Mute.
Second in the NBA in points off the turnovers, the Thunder.
Well, now you know where I'm at in the game. 0-0. SGA to the rim. Reverse layup is good. 2-0 for the Thunder. But here's Scotty Barnes for 2. That's just not a shot we need from Scotty. Medium-sized 2 early in the shot clock. Like, just don't need it at all. Dort to the rim. Rebound Pirtle. Are the Williams brothers? Is Jalen and Jalen Williams brothers? No, they're not. So which one is J Will and which one's J Dub? Because there's one or the other. Future Life, appreciate that, man. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the constant shout-outs as well. Shout out Future Life, one of the hosts over at Pizza in the Break Room. They do a good job there. Check them out. 3-ball drops there for J-A-Y, Jalen Williams. Which one? Somebody tell me which one's J Dub and which one's J Will. I got to know. Fred VanVleet for 2. Got it. Raptors get their first points of the game. It's 5-2. Chris Broussard said that today on first... Oh, my God. They had Chris Broussard on First Take. That the league now turns on whether you are or aren't hot from 3. Like, yeah, make your shots, bro. Like, it's part of the basketball game. I don't know why we're Pirtle at the rim finishes. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the right word here. It's the word I'm looking for. Anyways, why it's such a negative thing when 3-pointers are deciding outcome. A fundamental part of the sport is deciding outcomes of the game. Why is that so strange? 8 is J Dub. Okay. And 6 is J Will. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I will be referring to them henceforth, likely, by J Dub and J Will. So J Dub is the one that is probably going to be a Rookie of the Year finalist. And J Will is the 34th overall pick from the most recent draft, who was high on my draft board, might I say. Teams that have consistent shooters usually winning. Yeah. By the way, I despise Chris Broussard, so I don't respect this guy's opinion in the slightest. Siakam at the line misses his free throw there. Demonize. That's the word. Why? I don't get why people demonize the 3-point shot like it's such a problem. Like, you guys do not want to watch basketball without the 3-point line being important. You want to go back to the early 2000s, games ending 75-73? I don't think you do. Shai gives it to J Will with the right. Doesn't go. Siakam rebounds. 5-5 here. VanVleet taking it forward, working on Shai. Will cycle back outside and shoot the 3. And he connects. Fred VanVleet bringing the form over from his previous game into this one. Starts us off with a 3-ball. Here's J Dub to J Will. Giddey to the rim, off the glass, and finishes. Giddey is such an enigma. He's like slow-mo. No, like, real moves, no real speed, but he still cooks you. Fred, oh, nice move. Speaking of cooking people, Fred VanVleet down low with a nice play under the rim to get some separation and finishes. Fred VanVleet is that guy. Shai driving and fouled by Pirtle. Raptors up 10-7 here. If anything crazy goes down in any of the NCAA games, give me the scoop. I got Northwestern and Boise State on my phone here. Inbound to SGA. Fred VanVleet defending. Double comes briefly from Barnes, but goes away. Up top to Giddey. Pirtle is defending. This is not good. Giddey to the rim and finishes. Yeah. Oh, Fred's been awesome for sure. Who I got winning? Let's say Gonzaga, because if they win, I win $1,700. So let's say Gonzaga. Yeah, Fred is quieted down a whole lot. It's still there, but it's quieted down a whole lot. Yeah, he shut him up. And this guy's balling. He shut him up. But it's still there. It's still there when you have conversations about the offseason. People don't want him here. They still don't want him here for whatever reason. Brandon Miller. I don't know a lot about Brandon Miller. Yeah, I bet $50 on Gonzaga pretty early in the season. They were plus 3,400. It was a really good price, which is why I took it. So, yeah, in a decent spot here. $50. It's my normal bet size. Not for something that big. I decided to go all in just to have some fun. I had Princeton today, though, to win. That was a good win. $10 on Princeton, 190. Anyways, 10-9 Raptors. Shai getting to the rim, getting by Siakam and finishing. That was a nice move by Shai to get some space and restore the OKC lead. Fred got to get rid of it. Gets it to Pirtle, but stolen by SGA. SGA fights inside, kick out to Dort, the Canadian, and he drills the three. OKC up by 4. I have, in my bracket, I have Purdue winning it. I don't know enough about the NCAA to tell you why. Zach Edey, that's it. Fred VanVleet to Pirtle at the rim, and he can't finish in close. It's one he'll want back there. Dort for 3, no good. Rebound, long rebound at the Fred. Thunder Gaming asks, are you a Raptors fan because you live in Toronto or just picked as your favorite team? Both, I suppose. I like supporting the hometown teams. Jay Will for 3, no good. Rebound, Shai. Gotta get those boards. SGA fadeaway 2, off the mark, rebound, Pascal. Here we go the other way. Siakam. 4-on-3, Siakam taking it past Giddey, and he is fouled there. That was a bit of an unnecessary spin, but got a little bit of space, and is going to head to the free throw line as a result. Who do I think is getting MVP this season? I've been a bit shocked by the recent surge in Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is now the odds-on favorite to win the MVP award. If I had more time, I was going to look at where I could get the best price on Jokic to win, because I still believe it will be Jokic. Denver have the best record in the West by a good amount. He has been sensational this season, even amidst the Nuggets losing some games lately. He has been absolutely sensational. So I'm not sure what has caused a shift in the MVP market to such a degree where Embiid is the favorite. I mean, I'm not trying to count out how good Embiid has been, but Jokic has been as efficient as unanimous MVP Curry while averaging a triple-double on by far the best team in the West. Like, that's crazy. He's just been so good. So it's early in the game. We don't need to talk about... no need to talk about people struggling. Yeah, defense matters when you want it to matter. I'd say typically the MVP award is not awarded based on very much based on defense. I agree that if it's like, they're pretty close to a tie, yeah, defense would be a good tiebreaker. When it comes to the way they're playing this season, like, I don't think anybody gets more out of his teammates than Jokic does. That is a very big part of the way I value players. It's what they get out of their teammates. It's what they do, and it's what they get out of their teammates. Because I don't think anybody in the NBA gets more out of the group around them than Nikola Jokic does. And like I said, that matters to me. I'm not saying like you're a fucking moron if you pick Joel Embiid over Jokic. It's obviously a close race. Joel Embiid is a sensational player. He's a top 3 player in the NBA right now. It is tight race. I would have Jokic. I'm a bit surprised to see it shifting to such a degree. You're not going to Jokic for a go-to bucket to tie a game. Why not? Why not? I certainly would not have an issue doing that. You're getting somebody who's like one of the best in the league at picking out mismatches, fundamentally sound. Question for you. If you had a number 1 overall pick in Scotty's draft, who would you pick for the Raps? Ooh, that's a tough one. Tough to say at this point. Certainly Cade is still, catching your eye, but it's difficult to say because he hasn't played really this season. It's tough. I don't think there's a good answer for that. I don't think you can go wrong with Cade, Mobley, or Barnes at this point. Barnes, inside to Pirtle, and he can't finish. You probably go with Mobley, but I can see Scotty Barnes outplaying him in his career. We'll see. It can go a lot of ways. They're all great players. I mean, you're not going to get a bad player. J Dub for 3, rebound Siakam. It's 14-11, lower scoring game. Barnes to the rim, he's fouled, and he's going to head to the free throw line here. Oh, sorry. Would I replace Nick Nurse? He hasn't gotten me to the point where I think they should fire him. So I'm not there yet. Sorry, I have March Madness on my phone. I'm trying to get a game on here. Oh, Jokic is not good on defense, for sure. I ain't saying that. Like I said, we're splitting hairs here. I have Jokic. I am fine with you not having Jokic. You know what I mean? Where's Scotty Barnes out of all the sophomores? Geez. Well, Franz Wagner has certainly emerged as potentially the best of that group this season. Mobley has been excellent. His offensive numbers haven't been great, and he still can't hit a 3, but Barnes is up there. I mean, Barnes is having a fine season. It's just not quite up to the high expectations that were set for him. You know what I mean? Like, he's still averaging like 15 points. His efficiency's gone down for sure, but he's still having a good year. Oh, it's Jokic, Embiid, Giannis. Agreed. Here's J Dub for 2, gets the roll, and the Thunder lead by 4. Raptors going the other way. I'm sure Scotty will improve, but to what degree, I don't know. Barnes to the rim, and he's fouled again. He'll head to the line. There is, with young players like this, Tatum struggled in his second year. Here's a good example because his shot selection was just poor, and I think a lot of that is the same for Barnes. I'm not saying he's as good as Tatum, but what a player needs to do to get to the next level of their career is find the next evolution of their game. And Scotty just didn't quite find that this season. And, teams with a scouting report on him now. He's got to find different ways to beat the opposition, which he just hasn't done this season. I agree, Phoenix. They're a team that relies a little too much on the 3 for me. Saric. Is that Saric? To the rim. And gets it. 18-14. Raptors not really gotten running yet. Who's my brother? Nobody. Siakam for 3 in the corner. Gets it to go. I always tell you guys about that left corner 3. Siakam is money from the left corner. You think we can trade OG for Mikal Bridges? He had a chance. Not a shot in hell. It's clear Bridges is the superior player by a wide margin. What Mikal Bridges is doing right now, averaging 26 a game for Brooklyn, I just don't think OG has that. Oh, nice move by Siakam. Takes it inside and finishes. Man, what a play there by Siakam. Woo! That was some good feet. Haven't seen that from Pascal lately. Nice play by Siakam. Raptors lead 19-17. to 18. Not the best start of the game for the Raptors here, but in close. Hey, they're winning. Starting some shots here and get everything underway. Let's check around the NCAA scores here. I care a lot about March Madness. Let's see how everything is going. Northwestern up by 4 on Boise State. I actually have Boise State to cover 2.5 in the first half. So we'll see how that goes down. I have a guy in the Duke game to score 12 plus. He has 6.5, so he's halfway there. What's the score in that game? Duke are up. Oh, fuck. They're up by 17 on Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts are a sneaky team in the tournament, but maybe not today. Auburn up by 5 on Iowa. Colgate in Texas tied at 7. There's your scores there. I won't go as far as to say Bridges will be an all-star because what hasn't happened with Brooklyn yet, people aren't defending Bridges like a star yet. Shout out 905 Yada for coming through and resubscribing 4 months from 905 Yada. Thank you so much, 905 Yada, always spreading the memberships around the community. And hey, coming through for himself here. 4 months of membership. Thank you so much, 905 Yada, for doing that. And the constant support to what I do and the content that we have on this channel. Seriously, very much appreciate it. So with Bridges, he's not being defended like a star. So opposition teams, for some reason, are not catching on. They're not blitzing him. They're not doubling him. They're just defending him like, you would have defended him at Phoenix for whatever reason. So once the schemes catch up to him, that's when I'd be interested to see if he can maintain this sort of level. I think next year he'll be like a 20-point per game player, not like a 23 something. I think he'd be close to a 20-point per game player. This is part of the reason why I have serious doubts about Brooklyn in the playoffs, because when the blitzes and the doubles and the defensive schemes start focusing on Bridges, can he still be this guy? I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying I have doubts. Ricardo Alberghetti. I'm going to bed. Hopefully waking up to Raptors win. Well, appreciate you stopping by all the way from Italy, joining in. If you guys are enjoying the stream content so far, please make sure you hit that like button. We want to get to 50 likes by the end of the first quarter. And 93 people here, 37 likes. Look, if you're enjoying the content, it takes you a second to do. And it really helps with the almighty YouTube algorithm. Anybody watching The Mandalorian? I'm caught up now. Man, season episode 3 had some highs, had some lows. All I'm gonna say is I enjoyed the content. It was longer. It was longer than the episode needed to be. No. I really do enjoy the politics of Star Wars, which they really hit well in the most recent episode. Listen, if you're watching the show and you're not caught up, I apologize. I'm gonna lightly spoil it. I'm not gonna tell you the direct outcomes of stuff, but just be prepared. We'll talk about it in a second. Here comes OKC to Saric down low, outside in the corner. I don't know what that is. Usman Jiang from the corner. I like the scenes with the doctor because it goes into the politics. Because, well, like the new Republic is very like reminiscent of the Empire. You're still under strict guidelines. You still can't do what you want to do. It's like kind of hitting on the idea that it's like, well, both sides are bad. It's just one uses nicer terms and it's kind of fake and stuff. So I liked how they explored that aspect from a political perspective. I just didn't need 37 minutes of the fucking doctor, okay? The scenes with Bo-Katan and Mando are amazing. Boucher in the corner, no good. Rebound Trent. But here's Siakam for 3, no good as well. Boucher with a good rebound and finishes the rim. Nice play by Chris. So, again, Mando, Bo-Katan, awesome partnership. They work really well together. I hope they don't turn on each other, that's something I see happening. But the doctor scenes were fine. I just didn't need 37 fucking minutes of it. That's all. Siakam in mid-range, and he is looking good today. The whole episode just Grogu. It'd be their best rated episode ever. Thank you, kid from Walmart, for joining. I love The Mandalorian. I mean, I'm a big Star Wars fan. Yeah, I love The Mandalorian. Boucher turns it over. Shout out Filoni. Shout out Jon Favreau. Yeah, pumped. Also, I found out, I didn't know this before this season, but what's his name? Paz Vizsla is played by Jon Favreau. I don't think he's the guy in the suit, but he voices Paz Vizsla. So that's, I wanted to take off his helmet one day and reveal fucking Jon Favreau. That'd be so cool. Jang at the rim. Okay, we got to get serious here. Raptors down 28-23 here. Don't spoil Andor. I just finished episode 3 of Andor. I'm way behind on Andor. Episode 3, as Trent for 3, got it. 2-point game. Andor episode 3 was one of the best Star Wars pieces I've ever seen. It was amazing. It was amazing. I'm so excited to see how that series turns out because episode 3 was sensational. Nice steal by the Raptors. Here comes Trent the other way to the rim, and he's fouled. Chance to tie the game at the line. Do I like the prequels? I do like them. They're not. I wouldn't say they're trying to bury them. There's a very big following for the prequels. The sequels, definitely trying to, Disney as a whole is trying to slightly bury them. And I feel like a lot of the time these series like The Mandalorian have to make up for the shortcomings of the sequel trilogy, which is annoying. But I'm a big fan of the prequels. Like I said, I enjoy the politics of Star Wars. I enjoy how the Republic, seen as this amazing entity, also itself kind of shifted towards this imperial sort of tendencies with constant military occupations, bringing war everywhere they went. So obviously they were fighting for good, but at some point, the difference between good and bad, there's a bit of a gray area. So I enjoyed that aspect of it, which some people don't, and I understand that, but I certainly did. And the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker is so well done in the prequels. Like, it's so well done how everything was executed. Fred to the rim finishes again. Raptors back in the league. Back in the lead. Kyle, Rogue One is... Honestly, the last hour of Rogue One is straight up perfection. I think there's a case that it's the best Star Wars movie, period. Sure, it doesn't have, your most memorable characters, but holy shit. Rogue One is a sensational 10 out of 10 movie. It is Star Wars at its absolute peak. Everything, once they start the invasion of Scarif, everything from that point onward is absolute top-tier Star Wars. Perfection. Everything you would want from Star Wars, it has it. Other than maybe a lightsaber duel. But at least you get Vader in the hallway scene, which makes up for that. I'm behind on Andor, yes. I'm a busy lad. I'm on episode 3. Like I said, I started watching it a couple weeks ago. Ooh, Fred drops SGA, but misses the 3. And it's 29-28. Sorry, we've kind of gone off the deep end here with the stream. But this is what we do here. We talk about stuff we like. Doctor pushing the storylines, also leading back to Moff Gideon, Admiral Thrawn. Yeah, I'd be a little surprised if Admiral Thrawn wasn't involved in some way here. To me as well, the cloning thing that he was discussing at the start when he first came in, the cloning process, which he'd been working on, also is kind of... I feel like it'd be an interesting way to recover from this. This is what I'm saying. They're making up for the sequels. It'd be an interesting way to recover from the bullshit that was somehow Palpatine returned. That line, well, the somehow might be through this cloning process that the Doctor has access to, and the Doctor certainly felt a little bit of frustration with the New Republic. And as we got further in the episode, we very much felt that frustration building. So we don't know. I mean, he went through the Mind Flare, so we have no idea what he's going to be like for the next episode. But certainly those exploring the cloning process could be a way in which we see Palpatine return in some capacity. That could be the way they do it, which would be certainly making the best of the tough situation the sequels gave them. But yeah, I suspect we're going to see Admiral Thrawn at some point here. But yeah, it's I love the way they're building up the story here. Mando absolved, Bo-Katan absolved. That's cool. So we'll see what comes of those two and their shenanigans. And like I said, I enjoy the politics. The New Republic is still very, Empire-like. It's just, well, now the city's more colorful rather than, all this grayscale. And we use nicer terms. We don't use the term mind flare. What did they call the mind flare? They called it something different to make it sound less bad. So yeah, I'm enjoying The Mandalorian. Jon Favreau and Filoni doing a great job with this franchise. I love it. They did explore the Clone Wars where everything was just a staged show for Palpatine turn Anakin. Yeah, like that really heightened that story level that we got from the prequels and everything. Palpatine was in control of absolutely everything, but we felt it even more, and we see a lot more of Anakin's descent into Vader in the Clone Wars, where in when he's talking to with Tarkin, how Tarkin has these very authoritarian sort of thoughts that he shares with Anakin, and Anakin starts to kind of see why these make more sense, and you can kind of see the point of both sides. And then again, you start to get that gray area of what is good, what is evil. So yeah, I like it. Anyways, let's get back to the game here. J-Dub for 3, and it is 31-29 for the Thunder. Christian Coloco has checked into the game. My comments about the last game were frustration towards not playing Coloco, and interestingly, Achua has not checked into this game. So 4 bench players are in the game. None of them are Precious Achua, as Boucher gets to the rim. Nice take there by Achua. Yeah, Thrawn will certainly be involved with Ahsoka. Maybe they'll preview him a little bit here, which would be awesome. And that'll be the next part of the timeline. That'd be so good. J-Dub down low. Are we about to see a Precious Achua DNP? We might actually be on the way to witnessing an Achua DNP. Will Barton, the backup point guard, to the rim, and man, that is a tough bounce. I haven't finished the Clone Wars completely, unfortunately, so I'm not on Bad Batch yet. I'm way behind on that stuff. Boucher to the rim, and that is no good. Oh, the offensive foul called there. I got to catch up on all that stuff. I know the stories just so I understand all the plot points in the new series, but I haven't completely watched the Clone Wars. There's just so many episodes, man. I don't know what you do. I mean, you can't. Yeah, they're focusing on Achua here. It would certainly appear as though he's not going to come into this game at all. We'll see how Coloco does. So, as I suspected, Coloco is in the base of the zone. Raptors are going with the zone. And to counteract that, the Thunder have made a sub here. And I'll explain it a bit in a second here. So, the Thunder are going 5 out here. They want to completely nullify the Raptors zone. We'll see how that plays out. Barton in the corner for 3. And he can't hit from the corner. Rebound, eventually to Siakam, who finishes. Nice job there by Coloco to be the disruptor. So the way OKC right now are trying to circumvent Christian Coloco entering the game, they're playing 5 out here. So you have the Raptors zone, and it almost makes Coloco a bit useless on the inside. He's kind of just sitting there protecting the rim. They want to create some mismatches, and they want to create some overloads. 5 guys on the outside with just Coloco not guarding anybody specifically in the middle. Want to create some extra looks there. And it almost worked there with Saric. So we'll see what the Raptors do to go against that, because certainly Coloco, the reason he was down in the G League, because he struggled to make that impact defensively. We still have the issues from the offensive end, but Coloco's in the game, and like already, I mean, I've only seen like 2 plays, but I'm already seeing improvements when Coloco is there compared to when you see Achua there. Achua is just a black hole on defense right now. And you know what? He's a black hole on offense too. Coloco may be a black hole on offense, but we know this guy can protect the rim. So we'll see how it all goes. Wade doesn't use the mailers for the keep. Prequel fans satisfied. Yeah, I would say to a degree. I think they just like how that story was being built. And I mean, there's just good characters. There's good plot points. So it might be a little choppy, you know, all these characters. Well, where were they for the last, what is it, like 40 years? But maybe more. But it's interesting content. I always been with a 905. I'm aware. Wonder if can you put a Chua in 905s to get some solid minutes? I think that's like, would that do more bad than good? That's a tough question to answer. I mean, we'll see. Look, we've seen like 2 possessions of Koloko, so let's not jump to any extremes or to any conclusions here. Pistons are cooking. That is something. That is something. I've always been big on the Big K. Big Zongo says, I mean, I like Koloko as well. You know, we understand we need time. He needs time. And even in the G League, this guy has no offensive game. I know he's been with the 905. I'm aware. I'm aware, everybody. I don't know why. Did I say something that like would make it seem I did? I know he's been in the 905. There he's performing very well defensively. That's no surprise. The offensive game is still very much something that needs work and we need to continue to work with. And for a rookie who started basketball late in life and was in the second round where he got drafted, like, yeah, we're going to be patient there. But that's just part of the reason why, you know, you have issues with him playing consistent NBA minutes. It's just that Chu has been so damn bad that you have, like, no choice. Yeah, have him in the dunker spot, but then that takes away some spacing as well. Giddey to the rim, and he finishes. Wow, tough finish past Trent. So Raptors in a 4-man bench unit. I do not like these 4-man bench units. This will be a key pocket of the game because so consistently the Raptors have just completely gotten blown away in the start of the second quarter minutes. Siakam is out there with the bench here, and he's taking 2 shots. Second one is money. Siakam having himself a game here. And we'll see if this bench unit can get anything going here. Nurse really wants this bench unit to be his thing. It's just their defense has been so poor. And here's Jang to the rim, and just like hot knife through butter, man. Just walk through there. Yeah, no, I'm not completely out on Achua. It's just right now, yeah, like you can't play him. You just can't have him on the floor. So he's got to do some personal growth here and get his game back. And we'll work with him in that process. Giddey off the rim, no good. Nice defense by Koloko. Jang to J-Dub. Oh, that's Man. Sorry, that's not Jang. My mistake. It's Man, no good. Rebound by Boucher, or it's tipped to Koloko. I'm not sure he'll get it there, but Raptors with the ball and are moving the other way now. Siakam backing down J-Dub. Spinning with the right, getting a look and missing. Wanted the foul, does not get it, and J-Dub will take it the other way and finish with authority. Thunder back up by 1. If you guys are enjoying the content so far, remember to smash that like button. 5 more likes to 50. Let's keep it going. I wouldn't say Achua is a lost cause. You can definitely improve a guy's ball IQ. Siakam to the rim and finishes. That is like something that absolutely can be fixed. You work on his game. You work on decision making. Here's J-Dub outside to that Robinson Earl. No good on the 3. Rebound Siakam. Nice board there. Raptors up by 1, 38-37. Watson for 3. I was about to say Paul Watson. Not Paul Watson. Not what? What am I talking about? Mando, Boba, Kenobi series actually used to explain through that. Yeah, I just wish the sequels didn't exist. I just... Barton. I said Paul Watts. Will Barton. Why am I blanking on his name? 38-37. J-Dub at the elbow. No good. Barnes is checked into the game. So you know what? You had 4 bench guys in at the same time, and they were fine. They played like even basketball. They kept us afloat. That's exactly what you want. As Trent nails the three-pointer. Raptors up by 4 here. Exactly what you need. Just solid defense. Rebound well. Your scoring is going to suffer a bit, but just solid defense, rebound well, and survive those minutes. Here's Trent with his steal, taking it to the rim, and it goes. Gary Trent to the rack, and it's the largest lead of the game for the Raptors at 6. Sac needs a rebound for a first-half double-double. We asked for a response, and we're getting it so far. 7-0 run by the Raptors. Here's Shai back in the game trying to make things happen. He floats it up at the rim and finishes. Man, this guy is so good. Answer is always trade, guys. Yeah, I mean, trade this guy. I don't care for who. Just get that. That's the whole thing. Just fucking trade him. I don't give a shit. Anybody. Barton to the rim. Layup is no good. Another good look for Barton. Doesn't go. Also, yeah, trade a guy at his lowest possible value. I don't care for who. Just get him off the team. Like. It's not like Achua's making a ton of money here. You can work through this process. It's clearly a guy with good potential. But yeah, it's always just trade. And yeah, I mean, we're past the trade deadline. Achua is not a free agent. He's got another year. Trent stepping back for 2. And connects. Gary Trent looking good today as well. He's had his struggles recently, but performing better today. Raptors up 4, 45-41, 5:47 to go in the second. Here's Mann at the rim, and he gets the layup to go. Koloko got to be a little tougher there. Scotty Barnes. Oh, you can't trade Trent now. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Achua. Yeah, Trent would be a sign and trade. And there's reason to suspect you could get one. A team would want his bird rights. Do we blow it up? They won't. They won't. We don't have our pick for next season. They won't. And the fact you don't have your pick, I mean, you shouldn't. You shouldn't blow it up. OG checking back in. Isaiah Joe has checked in for the Thunder. He's had some solid games since his trade getting waived by the Sixers. I can't believe the Sixers waived this guy, by the way. Yeah, but guys struggling. I mean, Fred, Fred, wrong, really good now. Siakam, wrong, really good now. OG for 3 gets it to go. Yeah, just automatic trade. Shai for 2, got it. I mean, we're accustomed to it at this point. That's why you come to amateur sports, to keep your head in check. Usually. Sometimes I go off the rails. Fred to Barnes. Now OG on the outside. Take on Joe. Yeah. To the rim, OG. And that's a nice play by OG to get to the rim. Listen, Will Barton was a buyout player. You can't expect the world. What a play by OG. Nice sidestep there to get to the rim. That was impressive. Getting to the rim, man. OG recently, not recently, but you've seen him settling those. He'll step back for a mid-range jumper there rather than fighting his way to the rim through a mismatch. That's what we just got to see a little bit more of. That's what you want to see. Man, Colgate getting blown out here by Texas. Pirtle to VanVleet. Outside VanVleet again for 3. High arc, and it's no good. Rebound. What a play by Barnes. Oh, close. But they say Barnes was out of bounds, maybe? Barnes out of bounds there. I mean, I'm not as close as the ref or Nick Nurse. I didn't see it. Will we see a replay here? We will. And yeah, good call. The right call. It's the right call. It's the right call. He's out of bounds. And 3 ball there for OKC is good. That is Mann. Who hits the three? 50-50. VanVleet, pocket picked. Barnes does well to fight back on defense, but the Thunder retake the lead. I hear screaming right now. I can hear the pain of people. Pirtle lobbed up to OG, who throws it down. Nice feed by Pirtle into OG. Get the crowd jumping a little bit there. 52 all. J. Will blocked by OG. Blocked by OG. Other way Raptors. Pirtle to the rim. Oh, Pirtle with the slam. With a bit of authority there. What a sequence for the Raptors. OG with the alley-oop slam. And then OG with a steal. Other way. It was Pirtle lob to OG. An OG block. And then another nice play as Pirtle finishes. I can't even keep up. It was a Pirtle lob to OG. An OG block. A Pirtle dunk. An OG steal. And then a nice feed inside to Pirtle, who finishes again. What a sequence by the Raptors. 5 straight plays. Can they get another play here? J. Will stepping inside, feeding Dort. Working on the rim, and he's blocked by OG again, but a foul called by Ben Taylor down low. But how about that yak poster? How about that play by the Raptors? OG with the stuff on his own rim. What a sequence, man. That was crazy. Pirtle, oh, right on SGA. Get on my poster. Ooh, no respect for the hometown boy. That could have been a foul as well. Damn. They could have called that for the and one, but who knew Pirtle could fly just like that? Nice feed by Barnes to set it up. But yeah, that got me gassed. 56-50 for the Raptors. Let's keep things going here. Ben Taylor, Matt. I mean, look, I just happened to be him there. If you guys are enjoying the stream content so far, make sure to hit that like button, give us a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to Amateur Hour Sports as well. For Raptors content, I'm doing videos 3 to 4 times a week, live streams for most Raptors games at this point. I do miss some. I'm going to miss both this weekend if you guys don't know. And now I'm doing exclusive YouTube Shorts content. Gone are just me clipping my videos and making shorts out of them. I'm actually making specific clips content. And if you have any feedback on there, I'd love to hear what you guys think. But they've done pretty well, and it takes me like an hour to make it. Anyways, how are my Boise State boys doing? Tell me they made it close by half. Let's see. They did not. That is a losing bet. Oh well. Took the L there. What else do we got in play? There's a guy in Duke I need to score some points. Let's see how he's doing. He's got 6. You need 12. You need 6 more. Boise State, L. We got some more later. Anyways. Grogan. Thank you. Sponsor, by the way, it is it's going to be a long-term. It's not just a one-time thing. It's a long-term sponsorship here. Again, I'm supporting the Queensway Automotive Group because, number one, they do great work. I would never promote somebody that I personally would not use. Number 2, they support me. They're fans of the Raptors. They're fans of Amateur Hour Sports. That's how they found me and reached out to me. Any car-related issue, check out the Queensway Automotive Group. You need to get out of your lease. You need just a question about cars. Simple question. You need to find a car guy to answer. You need to find someone to get your car fixed. You need to replace your car. You need to trade in your car. You need a new car. You need a used car. Queensway Automotive Group will take care of you. Hit the link at the top of the chat, pinned in chat, or hit the link in the description. It's my personal link. Going through that link and reaching out to them supports them, but it also supports me personally. So, you're helping yourself, you're helping them, you're helping me. Triple win. Auburn killing. I got Auburn in my bracket. I know bet in that game, but I have Auburn in my bracket. Lou Dort at the line here after the Ben Taylor foul call. Again, not saying it wasn't a foul. I'm just saying that he was the one who called it. We're getting close to 14K subscribers in this channel. If you guys are, wanting to get Raptors content, hit that subscribe button. Lou Dort at the line hits the free throw. Also, if you're watching and you want to get involved in chat, I read every chat. I don't really miss them for the first 3.5 quarters at least. You got to be subscribed. If you're subscribed for 1 minute, then you can get involved in chat. 56-54. Oh, they added in 2 points here. I guess there was a scoring error. VanVleet. Pass Dort. Kick out to OG. 5 in the shot clock as OG turns it over. Tough play there. Here is Jay Will. Now to Dort. OG defending. OG defending very well. Tough shot by Dort. I mean, OG had Lou Dort in the torture chamber there. That was some hellish defending. Barnes to the rim, missing the layup. A couple of missed layups here. A few, I'd say, by the Raptors. It's a few from Bart, a couple from Barton, one there from Scotty. Jay Will inside, stepping in for 2. No good. Rebound, Pirtle. And let's just settle it down here. 1:40 to go in the half. VanVleet to Trent. Let's not settle it down. Trent for 3, and he connects. Raptors lead 59-54. Nice feed by VanVleet. And Gary Trent blossoming into this role where he struggled so much in the last couple of weeks. Jay Will to Giddey. Pass the screen. Giddey attacking the rim. And OG with the steal. Wow, is OG having himself a game here. Barnes to OG in the corner. Can he also hit the 3? Yes, he can. It rattles around and drops. OG Anunoby with the steal and the corner 3, adding on to his already impressive night. Wow, OG looking excellent. Raptors looking good here. Need some stops, though. Giddey in the corner to Jay Will. Up top to Dort. Pirtle contesting the 3, and it's an air ball. Rebound OG. Here comes VanVleet the other way. 48 seconds for VanVleet, and it's tipped out by Joe. And it will be out of bounds for a Raptors ball. We'll settle things down here. 18 on the shot clock. Raptors in a 2-for-1. No, is it 2-for-1? Well, no. But you want more time on your next shot. So try to look for a quick shot here, but don't settle, of course. Siakam outside to VanVleet. Good look here. But is that a Ben Taylor whistle? Yes. Ben Taylor with the whistle kills the Raptors 3-pointer. Appreciate that, Paul. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I have a really good one scheduled for tomorrow that I recorded today. I'm excited. Brand new series being launched tomorrow on the YouTube Shorts, which I'm hoping does well. So keep an eye out for that. $5,000 per missed layup. It's tough to say because there's defenders there, you know. Dort fighting inside, feeding J Dub down low, and the and 1 called. And potential 3-point play here for the Thunder. Raptors haven't won a home game against OKC in 8 years. That is, wow, that is a strange stat. I remember last year's loss to the Thunder. Justin Champagnie had that tip in at the buzzer, which didn't count, which would have won the game. Man, that's crazy. Amateur Hour Shorts new series. Jacob makes toast. That's not what the series is, but won't count it out as a possibility in the future. All right, shot clock, game clock separated by 5 here. Raptors with 10 on the shot clock now. Pirtle to Fred. It's a 6-point game. VanVleet past the screen. He's going to put this up for 2. Tough shot, but for Fred, everything coming easy today. Mid-range is good. One more stop here. Up by 8. Shai stepping back for 3. Good defense as Shai drills it, and that's just a tough shot. VanVleet is all over him there, and yeah. All right, well, the 8-point lead could have been, but it is a 5-point lead, and the Raptors had a solid second quarter. A lot of bench minutes, and the bench fared well in those minutes, exactly what we're looking for. The starters came back in the game and made a difference. Raptors lead this game by 5. Look, we're up by 5. The spread is 6, so hey, you're probably playing above the expectation from the first half slightly. We'll talk about the box score in just a moment here. I got to go to the bathroom. When I come back, we'll break down the first half. I'll go through the box score, go through all the stats. Still no Precious. Yeah, Koloko took his minutes. And yeah, we'll have more Raptors content. If you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button, support the channel. Consider subscribing for Raptors videos, live streams, and shorts. All here on Amateur Sports. All Raptors, all the time. Get involved. All right. Let's talk about that first half as it went. Thank you for the new likes that came in. Appreciate that, guys. Join them if you're enjoying the content, of course. But here we go. It's certainly debatable, Phoenix. All right, the box score from the first half of Raptors basketball. Raptors lead 64-59 here as our viewer count gets reset there. There we go. Let's go down to the Raptors here. So Siakam, we asked for a bounce back, and he's a rebound away from a double-double. It is halftime. He also has 2 assists here. 16 points, 6 of 12 shooting. OG has been fantastic. He has a block, 2 steals. He should have had 2 blocks, but one was called for a foul. That wasn't one. 10 points, 4 of 5 shooting, 2 of 2 from 3. Barnes, not the most aggressive here. It always feels like with the Raptors starting 5, as well as they've played, that there's always one guy who doesn't play well, statistically. But with his 4 assists, and the +9 will kind of indicate good things are happening when he's on the floor. It's just he's not, getting fed. He's not eating like all these other guys are. Because Pirtle has 6 points, and he's 3 of 5 from the field. He has 3 rebounds and an assist, just muting my Sportsnet stream. And VanVleet, he's been playing like a winner. He's playing like a winner again today. 11 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, 5 of 8 shooting in the first half for Steady Freddy. Off the bench, Gary Trent making a big difference here. A guy who has been way in the negatives recently. +7 here. Did well in the bench minutes. Played well when he was with the starters as well. He's 5 of 7, 3 of 4 from 3. Boucher also looks solid. What you needed out of the bench, Barnes kind of assing it up. He's 0 of 4. But what you needed, some stability on defense. Koloko provided that. It just adds that presence on defense that Achua was not providing. And you know what? You want to win basketball games right now. Achua can't be on the floor, and you're not rewarding shitty play. Achua's been a black hole on defense. He has no IQ on offense. We don't give out charity minutes here, and Koloko, doing his work with 905 has earned his opportunity here. We'll see if he can keep it. A couple of things I want to talk about from the Oklahoma City Thunder. So Shai is fucking eating here. He got postered by Pirtle. Should have been an and 1, but it wasn't. But he's 9 of 10. He has 19 points. Yeah, he's feasting on offense. Would like to see if you can get like a Barnes on him. I'd like to see if you can get Scotty Barnes on him. The fadeaway is working really well, and the drives to the rim are working really well. We got to cut off the drives. He's just a little bit too easy for him. And when you do cut off the drives, he's fading away, like that 3-pointer we saw at the buzzer. Fred is just doesn't really have the height to deal with him right now. As solid as Fred has been in this game, I'd probably go with Barnes here to take away some of those shots that he's just able to create on smaller players. So something to look at and something to consider there. Team stats, I imagine the Raptors are shooting the ball well, and they are indeed. 54% from the field, 53% from 3. Don't like that they're not really being outshot here because with the additional free throws, it's been a pretty even game. Raptors are out-rebounding the Thunder 28-18. Good to see. Committed one more turnover. Not as good to see. Let's try to do a better job in those positions to make sure we're not giving away just extra spots. But hey, Raptors shooting the ball well. I've liked what I've seen from the defense. This game it's flowing well. It's not choppy. Half-court offense looks good. Defense, could stand to improve in some scenarios. It is really just Shai Gilgeous Alexander killing you, and you need to find a way to stop him. So we'll see what sort of schemes Nurse can bring out in the second half to try and deal with the threat of SGA. But I've liked Koloko here. I talked about it on my second channel, Amateur TV, in a recent video. Koloko just brings that stability on defense. It's not going to be much on offense, but we don't need it to be. Especially if Trent is shooting the way he is currently shooting. He's got 14 points in this game. When it comes to Achua, there's not one saving grace to his game. So you have no choice but to have him potentially DNP here. Would you play him? Would you get him in the game? Because, I'm Nick Nurse. I'm trying to win basketball games. You can't really have him on. That's just the difficulty you're facing. Do you see the Raptors winning the next 2 games against the Wolves and the Bucks? No. Would like to get one out of those. If we should beat the Wolves, but obviously the Bucks will be a formidable opponent. Are they at home? Bucks one should be at home. Actually, it may not be. It's 50-50. I don't know. Could you send Achua to the G League? Do you think you could go as far as to send Achua to the G League? What would that do to his confidence? Would it help it? Would he get more touches? Would it be worse? Timberwolves are at home on Saturday. Should win that. Bucks away on Sunday. Yeah. I don't see that one going very well. We'll see. Hey, they've surprised us this season. They certainly have surprised us this season. Didn't they send Middleton? If Middleton went to the G League, it would have been on a injury rehab assignment. It wouldn't have been for poor play, so that's a bit different. I'm not saying to trade Achua. There's a lot of potential there. It's just right now, man's got to play better basketball, or he's not going to touch the court. The solution isn't always trading a guy. Especially, this is the lowest price Achua's value maybe it's ever been. That doesn't help anybody by trading him. You can work through IQ. Man, I've been watching, speaking of IQ, I've been watching college basketball all day. Oh my goodness. From a guy like myself who just dissects the NBA to such a degree, so constantly. Oh my God, these guys, speaking of IQ, the basketball IQ I see in these college games, guys on fucking 3 fouls in the first half or something, reaching in for a ball they're not going to getting called on, the amount of guys getting into stupid foul trouble because they can't fucking keep their hands to themselves or because they're over aggressive off the ball. It's truly remarkable, the IQ there. And then, after I'm already criticizing the lack of ball IQ from some of these guys, you have that Virginia game where, with 5 seconds left, one of the key players on Virginia just hucks a Hail Mary right through center court. Crazy that the guy who'd been cold all game hit the three for Furman, but all game, late game, just first of all, just tuck and hold the ball. Second of all, just pass it to your teammate. Why? What possessed him to think to do that? I don't. What's the thought process there? There was so much time on the clock that they could catch it and look, they're probably not going to hit that shot, but man, they did. Yeah, I have the Auburn game on now. This is a crazy comeback. And they called it out. Yeah. Oh man, it was what was he thinking? And it's just it showcases, because these are good basketball players. Make no mistake. I'm putting them down a bit for the lack of IQ on some of these guys. These are good basketball players in the NCAA. It just shows you the insane skill gap between NCAA and the NBA. It is such a wide gap. The skill gap is ridiculous. And watching these March Madness games is a testament to the showcase to such a wide range in that skill gap. Because again, the ball IQ here is just crazy. I mean, I've never played sport at such. I mean, I played university level sport. I've never played Division I university level sport in the U.S. So, granted, I haven't played at this level. I don't know what the pressure is like, how that affects you. But man, if I'm on 3 fucking fouls, I'm not reaching in unnecessarily. Okay, I'm being careful. If my team's up by 2 late, I'm not chucking a fucking hospital pass down the middle of the court. It's just so strange, some of these decisions. I recognize, it's teenagers, right? A lot of them are 18 years old, but still, as somebody who every sport I've played, every sport I do play, I look for ways to exploit the rule book. I make it a point to know like all of the specific rules to the sport I'm playing to exploit them and make myself more effective on the court. And granted, not everybody has that sort of desire to do that, but I mean, the understanding of the rules here, understanding what you can do in that situation instead of throwing it down the middle of the court, it's crazy. Oh, I feel so bad for the guy too. Like, it's his fault, but man, he's got to live with that turnover for the rest of his basketball career. And he's a good player. I forget his name, but he had a great game, especially he was clutch late. Just not in that play. I'm just surprised that you can play, and Adam texted this to me. He said, like, how can you play basketball your entire life and make that mistake? You know what I mean? That's what's crazy. Yeah, I understand it. It's do or die. There's all these external factors. They're young players. I get it. I completely understand these things. But no matter the level, like I just think it's crazy that mistakes like that happen. Because they are good. They're great players. They're very, very good players. But it's a reminder of how unbelievably good every player in the NBA is. It's a reminder that there are no scrubs in the NBA. They are all sensationally gifted basketball players who have worked so hard to harness that gift and take it to such a level where they are professional. Honest to God, it's a further testament, as I said. Yeah, the coaching it's not always a step down. Sometimes it is, but except no, not even. Like Flynn would fucking cook all these NCAA guys, of course. Flynn did cook. He was Mountain West, granted it's just Mountain West Conference, but he was a Mountain West Conference Player of the Year in DPOI in his final year of college. So yeah, again, it's a showcase to the levels. All right. Gonna get locked in here for the second half. You're about to get underway at the Scotiabank Arena. Naturally, all the people in the lower bowl, half of them are still not back in their seats. But here we go. All right, back in it here. 11:50 on my clock. And we are going here. Giddy. No good rebound, Pirtle. Raptors in transition. Starters back on the floor. Siakam to VanVleet. Wide open three. And those have been falling for Fred. Fred VanVleet gets to go. Shai's better than Fred. Hot take, bro. Fred picks Shai's pocket there. Raptors forced turnover. Fred for three again, and this one's no good. That's tough. That would have been sick. 67-59. LeBron James better than Chris Boucher. Oh, what a pass from Giddey. Oh my God. Wow, that was disgusting. I washed my hands after that. My God. Giddey with the behind the back to Jay Will. What a play, man. This guy's so saucy. He plays like slow-mo. OG for three. And OG! When you see OG for three lately, he's hitting the shot as well. 70-61 Toronto. Shai to the rim. And he's blocked, I think, there by... Was that a block by Siakam? Was that block? Maybe. Siakam the other way, and he is stripped by Dort, and it's out of bounds. And Ben Taylor, man... What is this guy on right now? That should be Raptors ball. God, what a pass. Ben Taylor legacy game, man. Man, look at all these empty seats. I just don't, get in your fucking seat and watch the game, man. Travel called against J-Dub. Man, Ben Taylor stamping his presence. Everything is him right now. Appreciate all the viewers, guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to hit that like button. And for Raptors live streams, videos, shorts, all that stuff, consider subscribing and helping us on the road to 14,000 subs. Pirtle inside to Siakam. What a pass by Yak. And wow, love that pass. That's just the playmaking he brings. And that's the spacing he brings as well, as I said. Giddey, I saw some highlights of Giddey. This guy doesn't even have any, I'm not disrespecting him by saying this. It's a testament to how well he reads the game. He doesn't have any crossovers or anything fancy. He literally just dribbles, stutters, kind of fake motions, and always creates space and separation for himself to make a pass or get to the rim. Like he just runs by you and finishes. He's not explosive. He's not fast. He's a gamer, man. He just knows the game so well. He's so smart. He reads it so well. Players like that are so interesting. Like they just have such a knowledge of the game and are so talented. Like Kyle Anderson, slow-mo is so slow, but God, he just knows the game so well. He's an effective fifth man for your team, bench player for your team. Who had the best Raptors dunk of the year? What comes to mind there? That OG one against Aaron Gordon was quite nice last game. The Scotty windmill against Chicago. I don't quite remember that. I don't have none are like really sticking out to me. Oh, that Boucher one. That has to be that Boucher one from the free throw line. I don't think I reacted to any dunk as insanely as I reacted to that. That was nuts, man. That was nuts. That free throw line dunk, like, actually could have gotten a 10 out of 10 in a dunk contest. That was insane. He's like Luka in many aspects. Yeah, like the deceleration to create space. Yeah, to a certain extent. I agree. It's just guys who they just know the game. They don't rely on athleticism. And in the NBA, modern NBA, like there's a lot of really good basketball players. Like Zach Edey. Zach Edey is the best college player in the nation. But he's going to go mid to late second round this year in the draft. And he's probably not going to have a successful NBA career. A lot of what the NBA relies on your athleticism and explosiveness. But there are those certain guys out there, like Doncic, like Giddey, who are just so gifted at the sport that they don't need that. And they're still amazing. Gordon on Shamit? I don't know that one. I was talking about like the Raptors ones. I mean, I'm going to go this entire season probably without going to a Raptors game. Too expensive. Now, Harden is in his Dwayne Wade sacrifice years, and he's still like amazing. How Harden went from just a pure scorer to this unreal playmaker is underrated shift. J-Dub to the rim, and he is blocked, or he stopped. I don't know. Somebody either blocked it or he just missed, but great defense nonetheless. Barnes transition three. What? Scotty, bro, we don't need that. We don't need that shot, man. Shai outside to Giddey, flips it out to J. Will. Good closeout here, and OG swipes it, and that probably should be Raptors ball, but it isn't. Harden lost his first step, which was a big part of his game in Houston, but he's just such a good player. He can still be effective. Shai, he's fouled by OG. Still having trouble containing SGA in this game, but Raptors up by 11, put themselves in a good spot here, but the problem is the bench is going to have to come back in at some point. Now, the Denver game, they looked good in the first half. It was the second half where the bench really started to struggle. That's where Denver got the 24-point lead down to 3. And thankfully the starters came back in and took care of business. But game ain't ever over. In modern NBA, especially when this year's Raptors are involved in the game. All right. 9:13 on my clock. Raptors up 72-63. VanVleet to Siakam. All right. Fake handoff. Here's still VanVleet. Gets it outside to OG. Inside to Barnes. Giddey on him. Here's a good matchup. Barnes turns around for 2 and got it to go. I mean, even more, like, get it. Attack him at the rim, Use your size there on Giddey. Still go in, though. Shai. Kick out to Dort. Extra pass to Giddey for 3, and he got it. Nice play by the Thunder. SGA requiring a lot of attention, and Thunder know how to swing the ball around without him. 8-point game. VanVleet outside to OG. Now VanVleet. to Pirtle. Jay Will defending. Pirtle spins off with the right, and he is fouled. Yak heading to the line here. Nice job by Pirtle to get something out of the late shot clock possession there. Appreciate everybody stopping by today. If you guys are enjoying the content, smash that like button. Help us get to 100 likes on today's stream. And subscribe for more Raptors content, streams, videos, and shorts. Thank you, Thicky Smalls. I appreciate you for hanging out and just deciding to hang out with me tonight. Free throws seem to have, the first one went in. Let's see the second one before I open my goddamn mouth. Second free throw for Pirtle is up, and, Pirtle's improved his free throws lately. Yeah, Bucks are my pick this year. They look so good. Shai driving inside. Whoa! Rises up and puts it in, and man, we have no way of containing SGA today. He is just blowing by the first defender, and the help defense has not been there. VanVleet with Dort on him. Gets it to Pirtle. Spins. And I thought he may have traveled there, but shot doesn't go. VanVleet tips the ball away from Joe. SGA again. I don't like this matchup with Fred on him. Barnes with a good help there. They have to bail out to Giddey. Weak side now to Dort. What a pass. Dort for three is off. What a pass by Giddey, by the way. Wow. 76-68. Siakam to... Nope, he still got it. Working on Joe. Good matchup here for Pascal. Separates. Mid-range is way off. Way off. 76-68. Dort to the rim. Oh, he is annihilated by OG on that one. OG swats that into the crowd. Damn, OG. Another level lately. Would you trade Scotty for SGA? Yeah. Yes. That's just like, superstar. You got a superstar there. He's already a superstar, in my opinion. Shai past VanVleet again. Misses the layup. Shai's giving VanVleet a lot of problems today. It's just the size and speed VanVleet doesn't have. And no adjustment. I mean, he's killing us, but Nurse not adjusting there. VanVleet can guard above his height. It's just mixed with the speed and the fact that, SGA is, as I said, a superstar. Causing problems here. No adjustment being made. And they're going to keep going to him. SGA again. Flips it outside to Giddey. No one closes him down as he misses the three. Gets his own rebound. Floater is good. Raptors will want that one back, and it's a 6-point game. Got to do a better job in the glass there. Barnes working on Joe. Double comes. Get rid of that. No, back to single coverage. Barnes up top to VanVleet. VanVleet guarded by Dort. Now Barnes again. They want this matchup. Barnes to the rim. No good. Pirtle can't tip it in. And a couple tries. Can't do it. Still going. Raptors now with OG for three. This is way off. Barnes with the rebound. And finally, on like the sixth chance on that possession, finally it goes. And it's Scotty Barnes who finishes. I think Pirtle traveled on that play. They didn't call it. Giddey steps inside and working his magic again, floats it in. And he's causing problems as well. Denver, it's just how much they have, really. VanVleet to the rim. And he cycles back outside. Feeds it up top to Siakam. Hand off to OG. OG working on Joe. Getting downhill. And the layup is no good. Okay, I like the aggression there. OG gets his own miss. And a whistle is called there. I like the aggression there from OG, taking to the rack. Not settling. He's not settling. That's what I want. Using his size to attack the rim and finding success. And he's hungry for his rebound. Now he's going to head to the line and shoot a couple free throws. Listen, I made a video about this. I don't want to trade OG, but if he doesn't want to be here, then I do. You know what I mean? I'd love to keep him, but I don't really want a guy who doesn't want to be here. that you're also going to have to pay. You know, it's just tough. Yeah, shout out the Thunder the Thunder scouting for grabbing Giddey at 6. He was not expected to go that high in the draft. It was perceived as a reach, but man, they knew what they were doing, as they typically do, the Thunder. Excellent drafting team. Excellent at it. Shai outside to man. Now Dort straight away 3. Off the mark and the rebound by Fred. 8-point game. 5:16 to go in the third. OG made the paint his office, yeah. Certainly has the last few games. Shai flips it out to Dort in the corner for 3. No good. Rebound by Pirtle. Yeah, I agree, Sharon. That's, part of the draw to doing it. Siakam working on Joe. He's going to shoot this. Gets the foul call, and it's called by Ben Taylor. And Siakam will head to the free throw line. If he goes to Indiana, I'll take a young player and 3 picks from Indiana. No problem. Well, I'd prefer not to do that, but again, if he wants out, there's definitely conflicting opinions on whether or not people think he wants out, but it appears to me as though he does. So, if that's the case, I don't really want a guy who doesn't want to be here, type of thing. Shit. A couple of this. Comes down to his decision, for sure. 82-72 after Siakam's successful trip at the line. Shai, fadeaway jumper is no good, and the rebound falls to Dort, who goes up in. That's no good. Siakam does a great job to haul in that rebound, and does a great job to fight through the defense there. Well done, Pascal. Past the Pirtle screen. Nice passing play to get Fred in the corner. It was a good closeout by Man. 82-72. 4:23 to go as Siakam puts up the 3 off the mark. And here comes Dort the other way after his rebound. Raptors have led consistently here, but the threat of OKC is still here. Man, nice step back 3 and drills it over Pirtle. That was nice. Look, OG's got his ring. He's chasing a contract at this point. VanVleet to the rim. Tough shot, no good. Yeah, I don't like that shot at all. Probably one of Fred's tunnel vision moments. Shai to Dort. Now Joe for 3. Sidestep. And wow, that's smooth. And the 10-point lead quickly reduced to 4. Back-to-back 3s by OKC. And man, I can't believe the fucking Sixers let this guy go. See, his Fred just makes one mistake and people fucking gang up on him. Imagine if everybody in the league was treated like this. All right, 82-78, couple shots there by the Thunder. Raptors need to get back on track. Worst thing that could have happened, really, was the Raptors letting the big lead slip right before they get the bench cavalry involved. So that makes me nervous. It was a problem again against Denver. Thankfully, didn't cost us the game. We'll see how it looks here. Oh, it was a fine defensive possession. Look, tough shots fall sometimes, right? Like a sidestep 3 and a step back 3 on consecutive plays. Man, sometimes it's a make or miss league, and it was a couple good makes there. So, hey, still in a winnable position. Let's go and get it. Got the ball here. It's just Fred is just so hard to replace, man. Ooh, I don't think you're getting Nembhard in a OG trade. What a pick at 32, man. It's a shame. I'm always curious if Nembhard was available at 33, would the Raps have gone for him instead of Koloko? I don't think they would have. But it would be interesting because he is a great backup point guard. a little gas. You got to get in the bench here. Bench has got to survive like 6 minutes of game time. Just get us that respite, man. Get us that brief moment of calm so we can finish the job in the fourth. Neighbors with an MR family. Wow. Shout out Aurora. I hear they're good people. Well, Grammer, you have nothing to worry about because the Raptors will not give Fred VanVleet a max contract. I think it would be better to not overpay one of our players. That's Grammer. Coming through with some heat there, pal. I think it would be best not to give Gary Trent $30+ million a year. I don't think anybody will disagree with you there. Do I remember you? Yes. All right. Back in action here. Boucher is in. Barnes is in. Trent is in. VanVleet in. And Koloko in the game here. VanVleet, mid-range, no good. VanVleet, 6 of 12 from the field now. Good night so far. Who else? Yeah, that's the thing. If Fred's gone, never mind the fact he's a good player. You can't really replace him. Trent. It would be nice to find a backup guard in the draft, though. Gary Trent for 2, and he's had the answer all night. J-Dub, and an offensive foul called against the Thunder. 6-point lead for the Raptors. Looks like Auburn's about to beat Iowa here. Oh, Sarge was getting bullied, man. He's out of his element today. 6-point game, 3 to go. VanVleet. Double comes, gotta get out of there. Oh, nice feed to Boucher. What a pass by Fred. And Boucher puts it in at the rim.
Yep.
Lead is back up to 8 here. Raptors bench have had good minutes so far. It's mostly bench. It's 2 starters after all. But, hey, stagger the minutes. Barton played like ass, so don't put him back in, you know. Man working on Trent. Gets inside. Tough shot is off. Rebound by Boucher. Boucher having himself a good game. Here's VanVleet. Wants to make something happen here. Got to be careful with Dort hanging around. Double comes, hands off to Trent. Trent gets it to VanVleet. And Fred to the rim, and he's blocked. That was a good take there. Nice play on defense, though. J-Dub to Dort. Dort fights inside. Puts it up, and he is fouled. And took away a bucket, so it's okay. 8-point game. 1:55 to go. Wonder if we'll see Barton again. But it would certainly seem like this is going to be a DNP coach's decision for Precious Achiuwa. He probably hasn't had one of those since his Miami days. If he even had one there. Hopefully this is a bit of a wake-up call here for Achiuwa. There was a few games last year where Boucher was a DNP. Even maybe one this year. And it's just, hey, you got to be better. It lets you know. It sends a message that you got to be better, man. We need you to step up. We need you to perform at a higher level. The standard of the NBA is set here. Our team has, maybe albeit not the highest standards, but we need our guys at a better level than what Achiuwa has given us lately. So hopefully it's the wake-up call he needs. 6-point game, 1:51 to go. I really rate Chet Holmgren highly. Barnes working on J-Dub. The 2-pointer is good, and Barnes staring down the Thunder bench there. Barnes is a shit talker, man. Boucher jumping on the pump fake, which leaves Isaiah Joe open for 3. One day, Chris Boucher. will learn that he's a fucking freak of nature who can just stand there and contest a shot. Why is he... Oh, my God. You don't need to block a three. How many times we go over this, right? You don't need to block a three. You just need to disrupt it. Barnes, fadeaway 2. Wow, another one. Crazy. Crazy. Thoughts on Haliburton? Superstar in the making. Drives me... I mean, I usually drives me more nuts, but I'm just so sick of it pissing me off like that. J-Dub under the rim, and he's fouled by Barnes. Chance to make it a 5-point game. 50 seconds on the clock here. And once I'm done the stream, I got a nice set of March Madness games to watch. I got a pack too. I'm going away this weekend. Yeah, Boucher thinks if he doesn't block it, it's got. I don't know. Like I said, that Boucher jumping typically turns into a wide open look somewhere else, right? Boucher is what, 6'9", massive wingspan. If Boucher's hand is up, that's knocking your 3-point attempt down by 10%. Like 10%. If his hand is up in your face. If you're a 35% shooter, maybe not 10%. You're dropping down to like 27%. I can live with that shot, right? I can live with a 27% shot. What I can't live with is the wide open look they get because he jumps out of the freaking gym. VanVleet. Oh, step back sharp on J-Dub. Oh, Fred VanVleet. Woo, Fred. What a play, and drops it in. Yeah, he's been here, man. This is the guy. J-Dub other way. He's fouled once again. This one called against Boucher. He's on 5 fouls. That's okay. If he fouls out, whatever, we'll get the starters back in. Bend, don't break. I like it. Grogan. Getting healed. I don't think you're getting Buddy healed, but Buddy Hield's having a good year, man. Wow, but I love Buddy Hield on this basketball team. Duarte is meh. He had that good run to start his career. He's meh. He doesn't entice me too much. If you guys are enjoying the stream content so far, make sure to hit that like button. Try to get to 100 likes in the stream. And for Raptors videos, live stream shorts, all Raptors all the time on Amateur Sports, subscribe to the channel. You can also help me on the road to 14,000 subs. Join the Amateur Hour Army today. Shot clock, game clock separated by about 1.5 here. Raptors can run it down. VanVleet. He's going to shoot. Step back 3 for Fred. This one's off the mark. 2 seconds for J-Dub. Heaves it from half court. It's off the mark, and it is a 6-point lead. So, Raptors led by 5 at the half. Well, they lead by 6 now and are in a position to win this game going into the fourth. All right, guys. Looking good, hey. Defense, some certain things could improve. The defense on Shai could improve. Jumping on pump fakes, but offenses look great. 93 points in 3 quarters is great. It's the 87 you've allowed that's more of a problem. So let's find a way to get some stops. Let's keep working, keep going. Let's talk about the stats from the night here. A lot of good numbers. Siakam, quiet third quarter to a degree, but he's up to 20 points, 12 rebounds. I mean, if that's quiet, then that's a good player. OG, another great game, 15 points on 5 of 8 shooting, taking shots in rhythm, which I like to see. Barnes came alive in that third quarter. He's up to 11 points now, and is a game best plus 17. Jakob Poeltl, not his best night offensively, but still impacting the game. Wonder if he will close. I would suspect he will not close this game, and they'll go with Trent instead. VanVleet playing winning basketball, loading up the stat sheet, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, and a block. Also 3 turnovers, so hopefully those clean up. 3 of 7 from 3 to go along with it. Off the bench, Trent has always had an answer. He's on 16.6 of 8 shooting. Boucher has looked very, very nice in this game. Just being that energy guy we needed, and Koloko providing that solid rim protecting center Achua has not been given us. Raptors field goal percentages dropped down a little bit, but you won't see me complaining about 49 from the field, 48 from three. We're out rebounding them really, really well here, 42-29. Turnovers, we only committed one turnover in that entire quarter. That's good to see. Would like to see these things continue as we go through the rest of this game. Raptors just need to see this one through. They put themselves in a good position to win this game. Offense got to continue to flow. Keep running those offensive schemes. Keep running those plays. It's the late game that's killed us in a lot of games in the last couple of weeks because we just deviate away from all these great offensive sets we're doing, and we turn into an isolation-driven team, a hero ball team. And it's not on one player. It's on all of them. It's on coaching. Keep the offensive flowing and have a good stretch here. Different lineup coming out for the start of the fourth. Siakam will likely play the entire fourth quarter here. Will Barton back in the game after his tough run in the second quarter. OG is in here as well with Trent and Koloko. So Boucher off the floor now. And Nurse kind of learning from his mistakes, going with 3 bench players instead of 4. And just having Koloko just makes me a lot more comfortable with the game. I feel safer. You know, I feel safe because I'm not worried about the black hole that Achua is on defense. Here we go. Trent for 3, and he can't get the quarter started. And here comes Giddey the other way. Giddey to Joe. 11:35 on my clock. Saric, who had a rough second quarter himself, hands it to Joe. Raptors going the other way now. Gary Trent to Siakam. Siakam double comes. Can they swing it? What a feed to Barton in the corner. And Barton connects with the 3. Exactly what we needed from Will Barton coming into this game. Couple big shots a game can make a difference. And Will Barton doing that, the buyout player. But what a feed by Siakam and a steal by Trent. Raptors in transition. Trent hands off to OG. Oh, and OG throws it down at the rim on Giddey's head top. OG coming alive, and the Raptors lead by 11. Please limit the spoilers in chat. Don't spoil it for me and the people who have synced up the game to my game clock. Let's watch together. Be more enjoyable. 10:32 on my clock as Saric puts it in down low. No problem. Now we know. 98-89. 10:22 on my clock. Please don't spoil. If you want to watch ahead of me, please don't react until I do. Just makes the stream better for everybody. Siakam step back 2. Money. The Raptors continuing to find ways to score to start the fourth. And they get their lead up to 11. No problem, guys. Just letting y'all know. Williams at the rim. Just J-Dub. And man, he almost put Koloko on a poster, but it is a foul. I got to say, the Koloko experience has been a positive one. He does nothing on offense. I knew that. But man, he protects the rim. He protects the rim. That OG dunk. Oh man, that OG dunk was vicious. Siakam reacted so hard there. OG just. Meanwhile, Siakam's like, Koloko beating up a little bit on that dunk. No. Get him back in the game. Can't be having Achua here. Might be a bit of a nosebleed. Nah, Ryan, you got the wrong Jalen there. Oh, the dunk didn't go in. Bro, I thought the dunk went in. My bad. Dunk did not go in. Nurse talking to Ben Taylor. They want an offensive foul there. Nurse wants them to review this for a flagrant. What would constitute them needing to review this? And, okay, Koloko has got to head to the locker room for some treatment here. That's unfortunate for him. He's played well today. Yeah, I mean, they could certainly take a look at that. They're not going to look at it. That's one I could see going either way. But I mean, like the guy's bleeding, right? The guy literally has to go to the locker room because he's bleeding, and they're not even gonna have a look at it. I don't know what they need to have a look at it. Guy's bleeding, got elbowed, and is heading to the locker room, and they're like, nah, nothing happened. Just take a look. I could see that going either way, because, it was pretty natural motion, but J-Dub at the line. That gets Pirtle back in the game. Again, I don't think Pirtle will finish this one. I imagine it'll be pretty small ball from the Thunder. But, hey, you got some minutes here. Pirtle not efficient from the offensive end today, but as always, providing the stellar defense and the solid playmaking from the big spot. But J-Dub hits both, and it's a 9-point game. 9:48 to go. Pirtle to Barton. Tough possession here. Barton outside to Trent. That's a great pass. Trent for three off the mark. And OG, nice job on the glass. Siakam fakes the pass. His three is good. A little bit of ball don't lie there. OG. Shout out OG, by the way. Earning that extra possession for the Raptors. And nice job by Siakam to free himself up for that three ball. Saric feeds it down low to Joe. And he's fouled and one. Raptors with 17 points on second chance opportunities. That is 9 more than the Thunder, and it could be a 9-point game in a second, so that's making a difference. Let me check on some NCAA scores here. I got Boise State down by 6. Colgate up. Oh, Colgate dominating. And those are only 2 games right now. All right. Trent attacking the rim, and he's fouled. A lot of whistles, man. Let's just play some basketball. Gotta play through the bullshit, man. Gotta play through it. Keep yourself going. And hit that like button if you're enjoying the content. We are 27 likes away from 100. I know we can do it. There's 93 people in the chat. Drop a like if you guys have enjoyed the stream content so far. And for Raptors content like this, streams, videos, I'm doing shorts now. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Help us on the road to 14K. I'll have a video coming out tomorrow on the channel. I suspect it will be about Scotty Barnes, but we'll see what happens the rest of this game if something comes up. I have a video topic I've been wanting to do on Scotty Barnes. Raptors and Star Wars. I love Star Wars, as you can tell. Joe for three, off the mark, and can't corral the rebound. Shai gets it and gets an easy make for a player of his standards. Tough on the glass there, but we've done well in the rebound category today. Siakam to OG, stepping in. Oh, right there, decision making. Does well to not settle for the shot. Gets it out. Kicks to Barton. Good look here. Barton for three is off, but good possession. 9-point game. Let's get a stop here. Giddey to Saric, who's wide open. Doesn't go. Rebound Siakam. But a loose ball foul called. Ben Taylor, baby. Literally nothing happened. But Ben Taylor, baby. Saric to SGA. Double comes. OG is on SGA now. SGA fadeaway, no good. So right there, as I said, with a tall player, that fadeaway isn't on anymore. Siakam, other way, loses it, and it's out of bounds for a Raptors ball. Siakam wanted to foul there. But as I was saying at halftime, the fadeaway cooking for SGA. Fred VanVleet, good defender, not a great matchup for him. You get OG on him there, all of a sudden that fadeaway isn't on because the hand is right up there in his face. Will Barton out of the game now. Solid run there. Barnes gets it into Pirtle. Barely. OG. 7:55 on my clock. Try to sync up with me if you want to heighten your enjoyment of the game in the stream. Pirtle, floater is good. Yak. Using those offensive skills, and it is an 11-point game again. Nurse, look at Nurse. This guy is praying to higher power or something. In that deep squat, Saric with the right off the mark. Pearl Ray. Look at Nurse. Look at Nurse in that deep squat. Oh, man, we're taking years off this guy's life. Siakam. Outside to Barnes. Doesn't settle. There we go. There we go, Scotty. Take it inside. Nice feed to Pirtle. Using his size and drawing the foul. Excellent job by Barnes to have the patience to find the right play there. And Pirtle on the inside to draw that foul. Now, the tough task for Pirtle, hitting the free throws. Pirtle's offensive strides were really masked by the San Antonio Spurs being a dumpster fire team. He has really, really sharpened up his offensive game. Free throws, gets a nice bounce in the first one. Well, we'll take that. I'll take that. VanVleet checks back into the game, 7:12 to go. And, hey, you had a game where the bench doesn't kill you. In fact, the bench just keeps the game going. There was no drop-off with the bench today. Great job by Nurse to switch out the lineups. Shout out to Nurse for having the balls to drop Precious Achiuwa. I loved what Koloko brought. And shout out the bench for just playing well. Shout out Gary. J-Dub inside. Kick out to Joe. Gary Trent defending. Stay with him, Gary. Step back. Good defense by Trent, and Joe misses. What a play on defense by Trent there. Much improved by Trent. Barnes to OG. Has a look at the rim, and he's fouled. Ooh, I don't think that was a foul. Hooter plays when Siakam comes back. I imagine Pirtle again will not close the game. I think the Thunder will go very small ball, so you won't really need Pirtle in there. But hopefully, it's not close enough of a game where you're struggling. I'm with you, Carl. I don't like Ben Taylor. Tom, what's going on? Thanks for joining the stream. Looking good. Just got to close the game. We've had issues doing that this season. Let's hopefully do it here. What is this Canada's Got Talent commercial, man? This is stupid. OG needs a breather. Did OG? OG actually started the quarter, right? So he'll probably have to come out at some point as well. Have you watched Canada's Got Talent? Man. Not me. Itching Claw. Hey, man, let's win this game first. If we win this game, we're 2 back of 500. And we got the Timberwolves and Bucks this weekend. Reminder to you guys, I try to stream as many Raptors games as I can. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stream either of the games this weekend. Saturday, I'm in Toronto watching the UFC event. And just chilling. I'm booling in Toronto. Sunday, I play soccer, so I'm going to be at a game, unfortunately. But I'll have a video out tomorrow. I have a YouTube short scheduled for tomorrow. Weekend will be I'm just not going to, nothing will be up. I might have a short on Saturday. I wouldn't bank on it, though, because I'll have to do it tomorrow, and I don't have a ton of time. UFC tomorrow, really good card. Highlighted by Usman rematch against Edwards. I'm pumped for that one. I think Usman's going to have a really good fight. I have money on Usman for that one. But yes. Is there something wrong with Denver? A team losing 4 games in a row. It's not crazy. Not the craziest thing. They'll get back on track. And I think they'll be fine. The UFC event, by the way, is early tomorrow. If anybody's planning on watching. Anybody buy UFC events on pay-per-view? What's crazy is they do these pay-per-view events. They must make enough money. But clearly, in a world where you can access all of this media for free, I have, for instance, I have DAZN to watch darts and to watch European soccer, Champions League and stuff. I will pay for that convenience to watch that rather than finding a free live stream every time. You know what I mean? Foul called here against the Thunder. You can easily download all the music you want for free, but people pay for the convenience of Spotify, right? Why doesn't the UFC, I don't know what's going on, but why don't they do a model, like a streaming service? You pay like what, $150 to $200 a year, and you get all the UFC events. I feel like there's more money in that. But look, I don't know. I'm not on the inside there. It just feels like that would be a business venture they should look into. Because I'd pay for that. I'd pay for the convenience of always having that and always having a high quality stream. Because God knows I'm never paying $50 for a fucking pay-per-view event. Not a goddamn chance. I'm ripping that every time. Like DAZN, when they have a boxing event, you have to pay like $50 on top of your subscription fee to watch a fight. To watch KSI in some exhibition against a non-boxer or whatever. Anyways. All right, 110.96, 6:30 to go. J-Dub looking to make something happen, driving to the rim, and no good. Nice defense by Pirtle. The rim protection. Is it brings a tear to my eye almost. We didn't have this for so much of the season, but Pirtle, just the presence there, gets the stop, and here come the Raptors the other way. VanVleet, and a foul called against the Thunder. Man, Ben Taylor loves his goddamn whistle. Pirtle, great job on defense there. Going straight up, disrupting what would have been an easy make for Williams otherwise. And here's Pirtle at the line. 110.96, Pirtle. We spoke about his improvements to the line, and the first free throw here is good. I'll take it, man. Even if he misses this. I liked Pirtle a lot when we traded for him. He is better than I thought he would be. Defensively, he's what I thought. Offensively, like I said, his offensive game is polished a lot. It was San Antonio. Shout out Pop. And it's been masked by the Spurs being trash. Largest lead, I think, 16 points for the Raptors. 6 minutes to go. SGA looking to make something happen. Again, OG on him now. And foul called. I don't know what it... Like, OG is straight up there. Ben Taylor, another call there. But as I was just trying to say there, it takes away the fadeaway that he went to all first half. Let's see a replay here. Yeah, it's a foul. It is a foul. It's good. It's a foul. SGA got him. He got him. It's tough to get OG, but he got him. Siakam will come back into the game. It's probably going to be OG who is on, I think that's 5 on OG now. He's frustrated with that. Yeah, 5 for OG, so he's out of the game. He'll be back. And yeah, it will be a DNP, by the way, for Achua. So hopefully a wake-up call for the struggling third-year player. 112.98. Here's Pirtle. And Pirtle's fouled. They keep hacking him. We're in the bonus. He's doing a decent job at the line today. But as I said, it will likely be Pirtle not closing this one. Pirtle, free throw is good. Look, he's hitting his shots. That's all we need. If I'm OKC, I'm betting on him not making those shots. So I understand it completely, but he's making them for now. Second free throw for Pirtle is no good, but the rebound by Barnes gets us back on offense. Trent to Pirtle. They're going to foul him again. Barnes down low. Oh, Scotty Barnes. Dunks it over Lou Dort at the rim. SGA to the rim, and he's thwarted by Pirtle's rim protection. Raptors lead by 17, largest lead. Barnes to Pirtle at the rim, and he's blocked. Damn, Birch hasn't even played. Whew. Happy we're off that contract. Yeah, that was an excellent pass by Barnes. You're right, Grammer. Excellent stuff. Pirtle's playing outstanding in the fourth, man. This guy's quality. Trent. Kick out to Barnes. Corner three. Why not, Scotty? Doesn't go. 5 to go. 5:06 to go exactly on my clock. Dort cycling through traffic. Gets it out to Giddey. Giddey in the paint. And Barnes reads the spin and gets to steal. Here they come the other way. Trent for three in transition. Bang. Nothing but net. Timeout Oklahoma City. 20-point game. And this one is pretty much it. Wow. I can't think of many performances as good as this from the Raptors this season. What a, I know it's OKC, but they've won 3 in a row. And the Raptors' half-court offense is flowing very well. The defense has taken a huge step up here. This is a team who had 87 points after 3 quarters, OKC. Stuck on 98 here. Testament to guys stepping on the defense. Testament to the rim protection from Jakob Poeltl and the shot making. When you're making shots, it makes the defense come a whole lot easier. You're more composed all over the court. Great to see. Shout out Tom Duke for becoming re-upping on the membership. And Tom Duke, welcome to the Amateur Hour. Welcome to Amateur Hour. Oh my God, I can't talk. Amateur Hour Army veteran status here. Becoming a member. Appreciate that, Tom Duke. Constantly out here supporting the stream. And I'm very grateful for that. And woof, as if it wasn't enough, Tom Duke, the Duke in the house, gives 5 memberships out here to the community. Shout out to the 5 people receiving those gifted memberships and joining the Amateur Hour Army veteran status. And shout out to Tom Duke, becoming a member himself and then taking care of 5 of our treasured community members. Thank you so much for that, Tom Duke. It means a lot. Means a lot. All right. Our child Yak becoming what does that say? Our child Yak is a growing man now after that pop coaching. We sent him on a loan. It's a little bit of a loan. We sent him out on a loan to the Spurs. We win a championship. We'll take him back. You know, we set you up with a couple draft picks as well. Everybody wins. Everybody wins, you know? Man, he's good. That the valuation for the trade is making more and more sense the more I see him, because what a difference he brings to this team. All right, guys, if you're enjoying the content, we're 19 likes away from 100, and there's 117 people in chat. So if you haven't hit the like button on this stream, please do that. Hit that like button. Only takes you a second. It does make a huge difference to my streaming content. And for more Raptors content, live streams, videos, shorts, and more, subscribe to the Amateur Hour Sports. Help us on the road to 14,000 subs. Sent him to camp for the summer. Yeah, exactly. He didn't want to go, but it was for his own good. It was for his own good. And for our own good. We won a championship. We didn't want to trade him. Make no mistake. People saying, why would you trade for a guy that you trade away? We didn't want to trade him. It was, the difference between getting Kawhi. Yeah, we'll take that. All right, 4:46 to go. Raptors bringing... The start is still in. Just wanting to see this one out as Isaiah Joe hits the 3. Isaiah Joe is such a good shooter, man. How did Philly let this guy go? It makes no sense. Siakam to Fred. Here's Siakam again. Quieter second half for Siakam. Mid-range here is off the mark. Poeltl with the rebound. Gets it to Pascal. Gets it to Barnes. Now... he wants to take somebody on. Slows it down. 5 in the shot clock. Going to have to get something up here. Tough fadeaways off the mark. And another rebound by Poeltl. Here's Barnes to the rim. And he pushes it in. What a play by Barnes. And it's Jakob Poeltl with 2 offensive rebounds and the assist. Was Yak drafted with the Bargnani pick? Excuse me? Oh, actually, the Bargnani trade pick. I actually don't know. Maybe. Yeah, that makes sense. VanVleet in the corner for three. Wide open, and it is good. A lot more confidence these days when Fred VanVleet is open, and he cans it. They're calling it a 2. Tough. Corner 3 for OKC is good. I don't know who that is. All right, well, VanVleet hits the corner 2. Wow, Pirtle was from the Bargnani trade. Wow. Crazy the domino effect that things have. The butterfly effect, if you will. Barnes down low, finishes once again. Raptors having too much fun with this game right now. Oh, Siakam, like, even when Siakam's been struggling, he's been, like, the minutes with him have been positive. He's been helping the team win. It's just his stats aren't always there. Today they are there. 25 and 13 with 8. Siakam's 2 assists away from a triple-double. That is, that's a pretty good night, in my opinion. Let's check on some, NCAA action now. I like this win. Winning is fun. This is a fun game. So much going well for this team. And yeah, I mean, straight up, Jakob Poeltl, what a fourth quarter. Damn, Matt Devlin wore it and Alvin wore their hats the entire game. Why are they wearing those? Oh, St. Patrick's Eve. It's for St. Patrick's Eve, apparently. Not really sure what these hats have anything to do with it, but go Matty D. Wow, Raptors have done an excellent job in the second half defending the Thunder. Whatever adjustments were made by Nick Nurse, shout outs. Shout out the bench. Adjustments made to the minute distribution made a difference, helped us out. Malachi Flynn even getting some action here. And Achua, Nick Nurse is hell-bent that Achua is taking this DNP. Even in garbage time, he is like, fuck you, Achua. Learn your goddamn lesson. Pick your shit up. You're not playing today. Joe Wieskamp, rare Wieskamp sighting. Rare Flynn sighting, as they're in with Boucher, Barnes, and Trent. I mean, let's not get too out of ourselves. Achua was a problem, though, yes. I just killed you? What did I do? All right, just close this one out. Up 18, 2:38 to go. As Robinson Earl gets the rebound. And rebound eventually falls now to Trent. Here come the Raptors there with Flynn. If I'm Flynn, I'm just hucking shit. Flynn hands off to Barnes, who lays it in.
Know the vibes.
Yeah. I'm gonna be in Toronto Saturday. I know. Tomorrow I have plans. I'm gonna be in Toronto as well. I'm in Toronto for the weekend. 3-pointer for, I don't even know who this is, but it's good for the Thunder. Waters, the third. I don't know who that is. I know 96% of the league. I don't know who that is. Barnes to Flynn for 3 and doesn't go. Flynn per bricks. 1:44 to go. When's the last time we had? Well, I guess 2 days ago, but we rarely get Flynn misses again. We rarely get these comfy garbage time games where we're in the lead. Wieskamp hasn't touched the ball yet. Come on, give Wheezy J a touch here. Flynn hucks up another 3. No good. Oh, Malachi. I mean, I did say if I was him, I'd be chucking shit. So I don't blame the guy. I don't blame him at all. Here comes Waters again for 3. No good. Rebound by Trent. 1:07 to go. Both teams, they know it's over. Just going to let this one play out. Trent working on Waters. Stepping back deep 2. Trent all night has just been cash. And there's another one there. Gary Trent needed a bounce back game, and he has got it. I don't know why we gave Flynn that fucking extension. I don't know why we took his option. It still so confusing. Banton's still hurt. Yeah, not sure what. Wonder if he'll be on the team next year, man. Flynn, tacking, flips it to Boucher, who misses at the rim. Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. No. Oh, that'd be funny. I love that. I love that meme. The Adam Silver, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy meme. That is all-time comedy. Now you're center, we should get shooters. Yes, hopefully. And hopefully a point guard off the bench. Nah, Banton ain't what you think he is. All right, 7 seconds left. OKC will go for one more shot. It does not go, but of course, one more whistle with 1.8 seconds to wrap this one up. But it is most definitely going to be a Raptors win here. Let's wrap it all up. If you are an Amateur Army vet, let's see those W emotes in chat to help celebrate the win. And we'll get the soundbite going in just a moment. Hey, look, Thunder is expected win for the Raptors. We've had a lot of expected wins that we haven't won. And it was a thorough performance here on both ends of the floor, especially in the second half as we turn it over. Fred, look at Fred's face. 1.8 seconds remaining still. And come on, let's just finish this game off. Inbound, they're gonna try to get a shot off. And they don't. They do. It doesn't go, though. But that is it. The Raptors come through. Second straight win at home here. The Raptors got the job done. They did what they needed to do. And yeah, excellent game on offense. Fluid, thorough performance. Great ball movement, half-court play on offense. A lot of guys putting up a lot of points here. Great stuff to see. And despite the troubles with the defense in the first half and a little bit in the third quarter, it came through in the fourth, big time. Got some big stops. Shout out Pirtle. Excellent fourth quarter from him on both ends of the floor. And yeah, let's break it all down. We got a post-game show to do for you guys here. A lot of things to talk about. So let's do it here. 1 second. The Oklahoma City Thunder can be a tricky opponent, but they were anything but for the Raptors today, who thoroughly dismantled them in the 128-111 victory. So many positives to talk about. We're going to break them all down for you in tonight's post-game show. So finally, we're out here for a post-game show where we can do it the night of the game. Finally, back in the saddle for this one. And I was very happy to be in the saddle watching this game because the Raptors were excellent. Offensively, all throughout the game, it was so fluid and just pleasing to watch. We've had so many of these choppy displays. But clearly, the starting lineup of Siakam, Anunoby, Barnes, Pirtle, VanVleet, it works. Works very well. VanVleet, his game is heightened. Pirtle's game is heightened. Anunoby has been excellent recently, as has Barnes. And Siakam has struggled recently, but not today. Siakam was a wonderful game. Defensively, there were some struggles. Defending especially Shai Gilgeous Alexander early in the game, but adjustments made by Nick Nurse separated the teams in the second half. Great to see from Nurse. We got a good game out of our coach, and very nice to see a high-quality game from the Raptors bench. They don't cost us the game, as they have done in many this season, and make it difficult for us. Some really good numbers from the bench, keeping us afloat, and even maybe having some positivity in those minutes. And we'll go a little bit deeper in them in just a second. Shout out to Jay Conda coming through with the super chat. Appreciate that. Supporting the community, supporting the stream once again. Second super chat of the day. Thank you so much, Jay Conda, for doing that. And also, shout out to 905 Yada for dropping in a gifted membership once again. Appreciate that. 905 Yada always coming through with the gifted memberships. Always coming through, supporting what I do, supporting this community. Appreciate Jay Conda. Appreciate 905 Yada. Two of the most generous viewers that we have here. And I'm so grateful to have them as part of the amateur army and this community. Thank you again. What was he talking about? The game. The game. 3 things that I would like to highlight from this game specifically. Number 1, the offense, excellent. Play calling, excellent all game. Like I said, getting a ton of guys involved, really, really pushing the ball well, and it reflected in the box score, which you'll see in just a second here. Surprising. It is surprising how good the box score looks here. Second thing, want to discuss the improved bench performance by the Raptors, key things that were part of the improved bench performance and key things that were a part of it that were not involved in this game. That being Precious Achiuwa and a DNP coach's decision here. And the third thing I want to talk about is the defense that the Raptors displayed. So let's go first of all into the half-court offense and what it did so well. And look at, you see the points here. Siakam at 25. Every other starter had 16 or more. Even Trent got into the 20s with 23. Trent, who has seen so many games where he's way in the negatives, has a plus 16 game here. Good for him here. Let's go top down here. Siakam got out in a hurry. He had almost a double-double at halftime. Finishes the game with 25 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. Wow. Stuffing the stat sheet, 9 and 19 from the field. He's been struggling recently, but we needed that bounce back from Pascal. OG playing in rhythm lately and doing an excellent job at that. 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, and 17 points. Scotty Barnes was 8 of 14 with 19 points after a rough first half. He came through with the aggression in the second half, and that energy he brings, it just makes him a better player. Stuffed the stat sheet as well with 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Though Jakob Poeltl shot 4 of 11 from the field, he had 16 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and his defense was stellar. Also, we're seeing some improvements in the free throw game. Oklahoma tried to hack a yak late in the game. Didn't work. Poeltl improving his free throws. And finally, Fred VanVleet, another stellar game from the winner. 8 of 16 from the field. Another player who loaded the stat sheet with 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, and a block to go along with it. Trent as well had the answer for everything today off the bench. 8 of 12 from the field with 23 points. The half-court offense was fluid. Running schemes. It wasn't isolation driven. It was looking for the right passes. It was creating for other players. The pick and roll was used often, and VanVleet, excellent pick and roll ball handler. VanVleet has improved immensely as a playmaker this season. Poeltl works really well out of the pick and roll. Siakam was finding his guys. Barnes was finding his guys. It was just so fun to watch the Raptors today. It was so good to see them playing like this. And if we can keep levels like this up, I know it's just OKC, but hey, they're a tricky team. And you know what? OKC have the same record as the Raptors, so maybe it's not as easy as I'm suggesting it is. Now, second thing I wanted to discuss here was the bench. Bench has been just sacrificial to the Raptors in the last 2 weeks. Just like that Denver game, man, the start of the fourth, end of the third, the bench minutes just completely kill us a lot of the time. Thankfully, we got bailed out, but today, changes by Nurse in terms of the minutes distribution. Rarely going to a bench lineup with 4 bench players on at the same time. Instead, opted to go a lot of lines with 3 bench players on, so you can hide the lack of ability on defense specifically. But one thing that really improved the defense today is a personnel change. And I'm applauding Nick Nurse for having the balls to drop Achiuwa. Precious Achiuwa punished today with a did not play coach's decision. And you can't say he hasn't deserved it the way he's playing. He's a black hole on defense. Offensively, he gives you nothing. His ball IQ sucks. Koloko, get him in here. Now, we know Koloko has no offensive back. He took 0 shots today. But that we don't need that, especially when you're staggering minutes, getting him in with some more offensively driven players like Trent, like Barton sometimes. Or if you're putting him with lineups with Siakam, VanVleet, Barnes, the list goes on. That rim protection on defense made such a difference to our half-court defense. And it just took away, or I guess it changed the game from us just allowing everything on the inside when the bench unit comes in to, hey, we can actually get stops here and turn that into offense. You know, it helps when Gary Trent is actually hitting his shots. It helps when Boucher is bringing the energy. But Koloko, 12 minutes plus 6, he made a difference. And I see no reason why we shouldn't continue in this vein. Achua is just not playing winning basketball. Hopefully, this is the wake-up call that Achua needs to get his game back on track. Love this from the bench. Love the coaching, the schemes thrown out there, the lineups thrown out there. Much better from Nurse. And we want to talk about the defense as well. The third thing here. First half was tough. They scored a lot of points. Third quarter as well. They had 87 points after 3 quarters. That's a little bit more than you would want. But fourth quarter cleaned up a lot, and even third quarter to a degree. Shai Gilgeous Alexander was 9 of 10 from the field in the first half, and finished the game 12 of 19 from the field. Nurse made the adjustments to stop him, cutting off his drives and switching his matchup to put bigger defenders on him, taking away that fadeaway shot, which was working so well from the first half, getting OG on him more often. Great job by Nurse to come to those decisions and make those adjustments. Also, shout out Pirtle. Having that rim protector, like we talked about what Koloko does, having Pirtle, the better version of the rim protector, is making a big difference to the way the team is playing. Like how many easy layups would we be giving up 2 months ago that are now turning to stops from Pirtle? And on top of that, hell, Pirtle's offensive game has improved immensely with San Antonio. I think San Antonio being shit has really masked the strides that Pirtle has taken offensively. He's a nice touch around the rim these days. And hey, if we can keep up the 80% shooting from the free throw line, I'll be more than happy with that. So not really any complaints from this game. A thorough win. Statistically, we shot the ball well, 49 from the field, 43 from 3. Out-rebounded them by 19. Also good to see. Had 8 turnovers at half and only 2 in the second half. So we cleaned up a lot, made the adjustments necessary. This is a game on the offense. This is a game on the defense, and it's a game on the coaching. All these things combine to produce a wonderful result here, a 128-111 victory for the Raptors. Tough 2 games coming up. You have Minnesota Timberwolves at home. Winnable game. Very tough game Sunday against the Bucks. But as the Raptors are pushing for these playing positions, every win is going to matter. We've seen way too many times this season, though, where we have one of these real tone-setting games where the Raptors are so impressive, and then they just fall off the face of the earth in the next game. We need to find a way to produce this sort of consistency with these performances. And I'm hoping that we can get that here. As far as Achua goes, final thing here. I'm not giving up on him. It's just he needed that wake-up call, and we need to win basketball games. He can't be on the floor if we're trying to win basketball games right now. I'm not giving up on him. I don't think you should either. There's some good potential there. But things need to change for the player. Hopefully this is the start of that. But let's wrap it up here. Great win by the Raptors. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm going to go to bed happy tonight. If you guys enjoyed what you saw from this one, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to Amateur Hour for more Raptors content just like this. We do tons of Raptors content here at Amateur Hour. Subscribe to the main channel, Amateur Hour Sports. Subscribe to the other channels, Amateur Hour TV, clips, bets. So much great content on the Amateur Hour Network. Join the Amateur Hour Army today. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you. We're 3 likes away from 100. I feel like there's 3 people who haven't liked the stream currently in the chat who could get us over the line there and get us to that almighty triple-digit mark. But thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Once again, have to remind you that I unfortunately am going to be away this weekend. I will not be streaming Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to be downtown this weekend. I will have a video coming out tomorrow. Look out for that. I do have a YouTube short already made for tomorrow. And I also, 107 likes now. Thank you guys. So, wow, that was crazy. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, John. There's everybody. 107 likes. Shout out the community. Tons of great Raptors content, whether it's live streams, videos, whether it's shorts. Join the Amateur Army today by subscribing. Help us on the road to 14,000 subs. If you like the Raptors, you're going to love the channel. Give us a chance and hit that sub button. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend. I'll hopefully see you at the video tomorrow. I'll be at the next stream on Wednesday's game.